And that should do
That's
it.
good enough.
Yeah, that's
Hell
good
yeah.
enough. Hey,
Nice.
welcome to the Rotating Tab
Hello, welcome,
podcast. My name is Corey David.
I'm Steve Vanderplug.
And we're pretty stoked to be here. It's our first collab episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody in the beer industry
It's
loves
the first
to
time
do.
you and I are going to work together on something.
Yeah, very much so. So we are pretty stoked to be down at our mutual friend in Rhino, down in Denver, for Jan to return to the show. Jan, say hi.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Oh, already better than last time.
Yeah. Nailed it. And we also have some friends with us from our mutual friend and from Finn's Manor, also down here in Rhino. Could you guys introduce yourselves?
Jacob. I'm a brewer here at our mutual friend.
Fun.
Thomas Taylor, owner of Finn's Manor.
Tight. Very excited to have you guys on.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to rock the band t-shirt to the concert. I love this thing.
Yeah.
I have that same shirt, but I was like, I can't be that guy, and I'm glad.
They're
because
that guy.
we would've matched.
Yeah, you guys are that guy.
We would have matched. for
Well,
sure.
I mean, you're kind of the odd man out right now.
I
You're
know,
the only
I'm
one
the only
not
one not
wearing
wearing
our
it.
mutual friend attire.
That's why I'm on this side of the table.
Yeah, you've been shunned.
I've been shaved, yeah.
Yeah.
On
Well, so
my
you
own
guys,
island.
brewed a collab together today. Collab.
Collaboration beer together. Yeah, we brewed a dry hop lager. So we used Colorado malt, Troubadour malt, Pilsner, and then it's going to be hopped with Mandarina Bavaria hops and Mosaic hops. Dry hop it with both those. Yeah.
Right?
Sounds good.
How'd you guys land on what you wanted to make? Did you just roll some dice and figure play a game of CeeLo and be like, okay, it's going to be a stout if it's this, if it's going to be a lager if it's a 3, whatever it happens to be.
I mean, honestly, there was an old beer that they brewed here called Larimer Street Lager, and I thought it would be cool to make something along those lines. It's kind of like the Summer Street Crusher beer.
Yeah.
It's like the neighborhood Crusher beer, that's not beer stout or something like that. You
Sure.
know what I mean? So, yeah, and Jan and I sat down over a beer, and I had been drinking some really good Italian pills recently. And
Dude, there was
there it came.
There was a pop in the summer. Was it summertime where Italian pills was hot on the streets?
Real hot.
Yeah.
Everybody was
hot.
making spaghetti beers all summer. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for some smoothie sour brewery to be like, well, everybody's making Italian pilsners, but this is our take on it. It's mostly
Marinara.
it's mostly bow tie and some marinara to go along with it.
Did you see they invented a new kind of noodle?
How?
Man, technology, dude.
My
It's
wife
so
bought them.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's through that podcast guy that.
Rotating tap.
Yes, exactly.
Would like to highlight our new
yeah,
sponsor.
it's a new pasta. My wife got them. They're made in upstate New York.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
New
this-
invented shape.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
yeah.
The
I know
spaghetti
that guy.
brand or whatever it is, or
No, it's a whole different thing.
So they made
It's
a new
delicious.
shape.
We've eaten it. It's super good. Yeah, they made a new shape.
Cascatelli. Is
Yes,
what it's
exactly.
called.
Yeah, that's
Cascatelli.
it. Yeah, it's
I
good.
do feel like anyone could do that.
It sounds like
I
your
could make a new shape of pasta.
Cascatelli sounds like the name of your aunt that always gives you wet kisses on your cheek around Christmas time.
It's weird that they're
Cascatelli.
naming new shapes because Kraft always has dinosaur buns.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Rugrats noodles.
There's
But
a
we
new
don't name
shape
those.
constantly from
Yeah.
Kraft, I think.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Cascatelli really getting that hype going. For
That's the
the
standard for me for a fine dining establishment. If you don't have dinosaur-shaped macaroni on the menu, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a 1 star.
I'll pay $40 for a meal, sure.
Yeah.
As long as it's dinosaur shaped, either nuggets or noodles.
Yeah. You guys actually, hot take. What's everybody's favorite style of pasta then?
Oh, fuck.
I'm a bow tie man.
Bolognese.
Bolognese.
Whole deal. Not just the noodle, but I want the
What's a
meat
noodle
sauce.
though? We need to divide the room. What's the
I'll have to
noodle
figure that out.
choice?
The
this
spaghetti
is-
with the hole in it. What's that one?
the tubes,
Those are good.
It's a spaghetti and it's got a hole through the whole thing. What's that one? I forget.
think
I
that-
like that one.
I think that's a nerd's rope. I think it's.
I love nerds.
I feel like the one I like the most is buca something, and it's
Bucatini.
bucatini. They're
Yeah,
big,
Bucatini's good.
big cylinders.
I like the big cylinders. See, I don't know the names of them, so when you ask, that's hard.
I like a
Big
pillowy
cylinders.
gnocchi. Yeah.
Like-
nice
Oh
pillowy
no!
gnocchi.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
gnocchi you buy with cheese in it? 'Cause I'm all
Ravioli.
about that.
Ravioli, yeah.
Oh, there's a word for this. Trust me, I'll figure it out.
I saw a meme.
I was gonna say that's like the corn dog of the pasta industry.
There's people.
No, I swear
There's
this is a
people
thing.
online making they'll stick spaghetti noodles through a hot dog, and then they'll boil the hot dog with the noodles in it, and it comes out like a gross-looking, soggy noodled hot dog.
And some people are named Jeff Bezos, man. Like sometimes you just have $1 billion idea and it just takes off.
It looks so gross.
That sounds like some like crazy wook shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Some
yeah.
college.
Oh yeah.
They're
That's some
like,
college shit.
yeah, let's take corn dogs down even further.
That's you're in the lot at Fish.
Yeah.
It's day 3, and you're like, what do we have in the trunk?
I've
These
never-
hot dogs are already cooked.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I guess in Ohio they put chili on like spaghetti noodles. Like,
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
yeah, it's a thing. I guess I'm not against it. I
I
would
do like
try
chili
it.
mac.
Like a chili. Well,
Chili
yeah,
mac.
chili mac and
That's
cheese
kinda that.
makes
What
sense.
kind of chili
But-
are you talking about? Like beef chili?
yeah, like beef
Yeah, like
chili.
red. Yeah.
Okay, that's really gross.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It sounds-
fine, I guess.
I don't,
It sounds
there's-
terrible.
There's
Back to
still
the
a lot
stoner
of
college thing.
tomato in both.
Yeah, kinda.
There's a lot of tomato in
Well,
both.
let's face it. There's a lot of like indigenous foods to certain areas that they're very proud of, but
Right.
that's absolute
Yeah.
trash.
I think
like,
the real kicker would be if there's beans in it or not. If there's beans on the pasta.
Beans
that-
and noodles. You want to?
oh, that sounds delicious.
I'm cool with
That actually, I think I'd be more down with. But do you guys? So, Jan, we're like both from upstate New York.
Yeah.
So, Buffalo Pizza, the people there are very proud of it, but it's trash. Like it's pretty horrible.
It's
all the way
so
around.
bad.
It's like uncooked dough with hot
It's so gross.
sauce and cheese on
And
top
it's
of it.
really
It's like they don't even
sweet
bake it.
sauce. They
Yeah.
put sugar in the red sauce.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
It's
Anytime
horrendous.
somebody says to me like, "Hey, you know what the key to a good pizza is? Sugar."
Yeah,
I
add
don't
more
want
sugar
it.
to
I don't
it.
want any of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then there's Utica that they do the cheeseless, right? I think they just do like a cheeseless pizza.
I'm okay with, they call it like Cobb pizza, I think. I'm
Cobb?
okay with Cobb pizza. Or no, that's the reverse. So cheese
Just say that
then
sounds like a
sauce.
salad
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a
yeah.
pizza. Yeah,
Never
that
mind.
doesn't sound good at all.
No, I've never had the non-cheese pizza in Utica.
Okay, Thomas and Jacob, where are you guys from?
I'm originally from New Mexico.
Okay, so you're the green chili king.
Yes, I'm the green chili king.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a chili guy, I think. I feel like I heard about this.
I'm a chili guy. I just got some chili in the mail, but that's
Yeah.
actually like Mexican chili. But
See, I wasn't wrong. You're getting
No.
chili drops in the mail
Oh,
the
yeah.
same way my friend sends me LSD. Like that's
Definitely.
You're getting shipments in from across state lines, sir. That could
got-
be a felony. I don't
got
know.
a chili drop. I got a chili guy. He's tight.
Yeah, it's from Mexico, so he also works for the cartel. Like it happened to work out that way.
Unfortunately, it's from Texas, but yeah, still state lines.
Okay, yeah, there's blood money in this chili. That's fun.
Yep.
That's cool. I hope you can taste it as it comes through. And I'm sorry, you're from where?
A lot of here.
A lot of here.
A lot of Illinois. It's some south. I lived in Arkansas and Oklahoma for a while.
Okay. I mean, I don't think Illinois, besides deep dish pizza, is it known for any food in
No, so
particular?
where I lived in Springfield most of the
Chicago
time, they
dog.
had cheese sauce. Like, could go to a normal fast food place and they would have this item like you're in a foreign country. They just have this, they have this cheese, everyone puts cheese on everything.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
what part
sauce
of
form.
Illinois is this?
Springfield. So like central.
Even
Yeah,
on spaghetti. At that point, it becomes.
They had
mac
chili
and
mac,
cheese.
which was like noodles, cheese sauce, and then chili.
Yeah, see, we weren't wrong.
Yeah.
Your
Wow.
server just comes out with cheese whiz. Just tell me when it's enough. Just
Yeah, I want to see that Google review. 2 stars. Didn't get enough cheese whiz on the spaghetti that I ordered. Yeah. Fun stuff. What are we? So what are we drinking right now? Anyway, what are we sipping on?
We're drinking a beer called Pro that we kind of is a revival of a beer that we used to make called Proletariat, but it's beer flavored beer. It's beer.
Love that.
Yeah, crushing beer. We're offering it up in 6-pack pints, real cheap. Come and get it. Drink a lot of it.
6-pack pints. I like
Yeah.
it. I dig it. 16-ounce cans, easily crushable. Not what
Yes.
you're going to be chugging today, though.
No, we're gonna
Different
be
beer.
chugging a different.
Chuggling
Chuggling.
and juggling.
Yeah.
Jan, were you nervous about coming back on the show? We were so stoked to see you. So we ran into Jan up at Wild Provisions because we were just hanging out up there, just grabbing a beer. And it was just, it was nice to like see you again. And it seemed like you were booming with enthusiasm. And then you even said at one point, I feel like I did the show wrong. Like I didn't
Yeah, I
understand
didn't feel.
the show.
I was like, we were grinding, and then I was solo, and it was just, I don't feel like I put my best foot forward on that one, but I don't know. I didn't listen to it. I can't stand the sound of my voice.
Maybe by the end of
Yeah.
this one, you'll figure it out.
I hope
Jacob, you were
so.
up
Maybe,
there too,
probably
right?
not. Yeah.
Yeah, I was up there.
Nice.
I think
And-
that's why we're here today, though. Is
Yeah,
so that
basically.
Jan's not alone.
Yeah. As these guys carry me.
I did show
Yeah.
them my OMF shirt when I was up there, so they know that I have it.
Yes.
Just because I'm not wearing it today.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll see where the show takes an interesting turn. Steve smoked a bunch of weed. I took some mushrooms earlier. We'll just see where we wind
good.
up. Yeah.
Great.
Just a little bit. Just enough.
Nice Friday.
Just enough to get the feels going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that.
Are you guys trippers at all?
Never
Here
done
and
it.
there.
Here and there.
It's been a minute.
Dabble, do you?
Yeah.
Never done it. I've
Never
smoked
done it?
weed, I've never done mushrooms, acid, anything.
Have you ever? Did you just have like an aversion to it? You just
Never. I don't know.
Just
Never
hasn't
wanted
come
to, but I'm not against it at all.
you want to do some right
My
now?
girlfriend has some mushrooms every now and again in the fridge, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe another time.
Maybe if you make a.
By the way, no.
Pizza with it.
Because the last time I did a podcast, I tried to relax by drinking more. And I was like, oh, getting high will help. I wanted to drink more because I was paranoid, and everything I said was fucking insane.
Just a mumbling. Yeah.
That is actually what we want. So
So now I know.
That's why we've got three.
chill it out.
We got three of you on the show. We can have somebody fall off and take a nap under the tanks if we need to.
all right, I'm going on break then.
Yeah, that's okay.
Good night, everybody.
I can take it from here. So yeah, actually, let's just get right into the fun part.
Chugging?
I think chugging's on. I think chugging's on the fucking menu.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's-
See, there was a lot going on before the show. Thomas, you were nervous and then braggadocious, I will say, and now you look worried. Is the best way to is the best way to put it.
I'm worried.
Yeah. Okay. A little concerned, but you were talking a pretty big game, so I have a lot of faith. I don't know where it's going to wind up, but you were seeming also more nervous about the joke.
Nervous about both.
He's just
Okay.
nervous. Yeah.
Just a nervous Nelly. And he
Jan's
asked
leg
me-
has been shaking a lot, though, so I noticed that.
And then he asked
I
me
feel like
before.
we're on an equal
I
par.
did notice that also, but I don't.
Then you
It's
even asked.
also I move like that too sometimes. I'm just
Yeah,
scared.
I've got a case of the ADHD. It afflicts me.
Unmedicated?
That's
I'll
tight.
just- I'm just gonna start doing
Yeah,
it too.
yeah.
Yeah, as soon as a squirrel runs by, we're gonna lose Jan for the rest of the for the
might.
rest of the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody's not familiar, the way the chug works is everybody goes individually, and then we do it for time. So we have our ongoing leaderboard, and if the beer is over 8%, you get 3 seconds off of your time. And the top 10 leaderboard is pretty tough to crack these days, but if you guys don't do that, you can at least have bragging rights for who won here, and that's important. It's good to be able to walk away with something and go and talk to your wives and say, honey, guess what I did today?
She'll be thrilled.
Yeah, she'll be stoked, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I wanna
We'll
make
even
it
give you a
clear
little...
I can't chug beer that well at all.
That's great.
Good.
I'll do it.
We're into
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, we also are not great at chugging beer. That's kind of the fun part, you know? It's not meant to be a who's who, and well, it is kind of a little
It
bit of a
seems,
who's who.
yeah.
But
There's a list.
it's just for fun. Yeah, there is a list. We keep
Is-
track.
Is there a correlation between quality of beer and the beer chugger?
Not that we say on camera.
Okay. Fair enough.
There's some times where you just got to go, that was nice. That was a nice beer you made.
But are you guys chugging beer as well?
No, not today.
No.
No.
Or
I see
most days, actually.
I mean, we do our fair share.
Yeah.
We do our fair share
got
of drinking.
times.
Yeah.
They're not good.
You're just gonna make the industry guys ruin their livers more.
Yeah.
I'm not
Thank you,
done.
guys.
wanna
Yeah, I
make
kind of
that-
feel like you guys are lying.
We're lying?
Yeah, I feel like you're lying.
Oh, we've done the chug
Oh, yeah,
multiple
no, we've done
times, and our times are nowhere
Sounds
close
like
to the top 10.
somebody- Somebody doesn't listen to the rotating.
Wait, who's
Zap
the top
podcast.
10? Is that public?
What's up?
Yeah.
Who's the top 10?
Pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
All the times in the top 10 at this point are.
Like wildly fast. I know
3
those guys
seconds
that just
off.
like bam.
And they chugged 8%, so they got 3 seconds.
Everyone's
Okay.
chugging 8%. That's the way to go.
Yeah. So
seems
number
like it.
number one is still Matt at the pint room,
Okay.
0.62 seconds,
No.
Yeah.
and then the 10th fastest time is Evan from Knotted Root. He's at 2.5.
Wow.
Just
That's
zero.
impressive.
But I
zero
believe in you
gag
guys
reflex.
because
Yeah.
the
We're not cracking the top. I'm not.
and the reason I brought up the fact that there was a lot of discussion beforehand was because you guys were really like all over the place about what beer to chug, and you were on the fence about whether or not you were going to go with the 8%er. So it sounds like you did.
Yeah, we're chugging a beer called Double Dang, which is a double IPA. Yeah, 8.4%, hopped with like Citrus Centennial. What
This
else
is
in there,
called
Jacob? Do
show-
you remember?
This is called showbiz, baby.
Yeah.
This is what we. This is why you have to do this stuff.
We're going
you know?
for it.
Oh, sorry, I don't chug Centennial.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry. Can I get
Oh,
a new beer?
No.
Specifically, yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's the one hop variety that I don't chug. Is Michigan Centennial specifically. Oh, wow, it happened to be made with that. What a bummer. Guys, I really wanted to do this today. So, is this a beer that's readily available here, Jen, or is this just something
It's a
limited?
draft only beer, but we do fill it in. You know, it's kind of a double IPA filler, draft only. Yeah.
Tight.
So and it's a beer that we've made over the years and just kind of have it evolve. Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, and kind of like a West Coast beer. Yeah, West Coast hoppy beer.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Can't
Yeah.
wait to have some. And it looks like you guys can't wait to have some
Yeah,
too.
You seem so thrilled about this.
I'm
one.
already flushed from like drinking a hoppy beer before. Like they already hit my face. So
Yeah.
Jan's
this
gonna
is
look like
really
a cherry.
You're the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You're
Jan's
the
gonna look
only
like a cherry tomato by
Yeah.
the end of
Oh,
this
yeah.
episode.
You're the one that has a previous time to beat.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I have no idea what. I think I did fizz.
Do you remember
And
what
it was pretty? That's
is hard.
tough because it's
Yeah.
dry. You know, it's really.
It's
bubbly.
actually the
Yeah.
most carbonated stuff that's
Yeah,
the hardest.
I should
Everybody
have
always
done lager. I made a mistake.
everybody always
I
thinks
did that.
everybody
Yeah,
always
yeah.
thinks because it's lower ABV it should be easier, but it's
Yeah.
really like the maltier stuff like that's lower carb typically.
Yeah, like a Guinness would be the easiest, right? Like
should've
I always
done
thought that
big
was
stout.
easy.
Yeah, who wants to
But
run
we
to a
got none
shitty
that
Irish
beer.
pub right now?
Yeah, yeah.
I know,
So
like,
we can juke the stats.
Don't tell your advanced cheat your own friends, but I was thinking about nose greasing the top of this shit. To like I'm trying to do this
Yeah,
suicide
this-
cola thing.
College, like my keg beers.
Listen, I'm gonna call the order of the chicharrones right now. And we're gonna rat you the fuck out.
Please do.
You got that.
Yeah, in your previous time was 7.05 seconds.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
I feel
It's
like
That sounds
See?
terrible.
Right.
Only
that
room to
bad.
grow.
Yeah,
baby.
okay, I'm gonna
Only
beat that.
room to grow.
7.5, you said?
7.5.
You're the
Okay.
best.
All right,
around.
7.4.
it's a skill I don't want to get better at, to be honest.
It's
Like, I'm
7.05.
fine.
Yeah, that's okay. This is
Oh,
a once in a
7.05.
while
Okay, yeah.
kind of thing. Just to remind you that you don't want to do it again for a while. Just enough time had
It's
passed.
like Vegas.
Yeah, yeah. This is exactly like
You
that.
had a great time, and now you need to just chill for a bit.
Yeah, and then we have a couple hookers pop out of the back, and it's just really fun. It's just like Vegas. They pop out of the tanks like a birthday cake. It's gonna be great. Who wants to go first?
That's an OSHA violation, by the way.
Fair enough. Yeah,
time.
we follow the
Yeah,
rules
yeah.
here.
Put
No,
those, can you put
OSHA,
goggles on, please?
OSHA is the pimp, by the way.
But it's really mostly just because of the heels. It has nothing to do with being in the tanks.
I feel like because you have a time to beat, you should go last.
You sure?
Yeah, it's a
Okay, let's see it. I would like
Sounds
it.
like
Shoot.
Jacob's
All right.
Yeah, all right.
I'll do it
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I don't fucking care if it's embarrassing.
That's good. That you're just doing this for you.
We're proud of you no matter what.
Yeah.
Are you watching? You like you got an
I'm
analysis?
timing you.
Okay, here we go.
Chug, 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 chug,
Better
chug,
than he's
chug,
giving
chug,
himself
chug,
credit
chug,
for.
chug, 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 chug.
And the catch and release.
Nice.
Buddy.
That was hard.
Yeah. You can burp into the microphone if you want. We actually
I've been,
encourage
like,
it.
turning away.
Yeah, that's okay. You're very
Okay.
polite, which is not
Thanks.
encouraged on this show. Be rude. Be sassy.
I feel it.
We're going to dunk on you guys later with bad reviews, so you can dish it out at us anytime
All right.
anytime you want. Now,
What do I got?
hold on. We'll do a little recap if we can remember.
okay.
We notoriously do forget
Yeah,
the
tell
recap.
us a
though.
joke.
Yeah, now you have to tell us a joke.
I don't know that many.
That's okay.
I only know like
All we need is one. So if you know more than one, if you know one,
sure. Why do the foster kids never play baseball? Because they can't find their way home.
yeah, love it.
Jacob's a big comedy fan too.
I'm a big comedy fan.
Yeah.
Tight.
loves comedy.
Yeah, have you been able to check out any shows since stuff's come back a little
We
bit?
have kind of just sat at home and not done anything. A little bit on purpose, right? We live next to the Comedy Store, my girlfriend and I.
Oh, fun.
And I've seen you before. I think I've told you that every
Yeah.
time I've hung out with
Yeah.
you.
Open for John Doerr.
Which was
who-
sweet. The whole show was great, yeah.
I had never seen
this
John
IPA is
Doerr
so good.
before that.
I love- he has a John Doerr show, which I'm a big
I
fan
haven't
of.
watched. John Doerr might be one of my like, especially like discovered in the last 5 years. John Doerr is like top 5 comics. He's
I
so
really like that
fucking
guy,
funny.
yeah.
He's so fucking funny.
Well, you'll have to come out to one of our shows, brah.
I'm willing to. We're
Yeah.
completely vaxxed now. I think all three of us.
Congratulations!
Good,
I got
yeah.
I got my vaccine the natural way. I got
Yeah.
sick,
Oh,
and
yeah.
My bodies, yeah.
You were ahead of everybody.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
take a holistic approach to everything in life. I was very careful. I just had somebody sneeze on my face, and then I was like, you know what? It's time to bite the bullet on this one. I think. Who's next?
Thomas.
Tommy, you're up.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah,
Do
Right.
this for Finn's Manor, buddy.
It wasn't that
Do
bad.
this for everybody
That
at
goes
Finn's
down.
Manor.
1 star. Couldn't taste a thing.
This one's for you.
Damn.
Is that your review of COVID?
1 star. I drank it too fast.
Yeah, we've actually
Threw
had
up
that
all
before.
over the
We,
fucking place.
we were reading reviews, and they were like, I couldn't smell or taste anything. I think you revealed that you had COVID in the review.
That's a
fries,
crazy thing to
the
say.
fries were something along the lines of like the beers were so tasteless. I'm like, I think you're sick. I think
You shouldn't be out. You should be at home.
They're just bored of being in quarantine. They're just typing all the places they went right before they were tested positive.
Hell yeah.
Oy.
Okay, well, I will chug
Jan,
this
you look
beer.
so nervous.
I know. I
Jan looks nervous.
feel like the
Tommy's
He
Tommy's
can
sweating.
drink. Tommy can drink. I've seen it.
all of the color is gone from my face.
I know, very pale.
This will help.
More Caucasian than I
This is going to be followed by a trust fall, I think,
am.
You ready?
To the gods.
Cheers.
to Neptune.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
worthy. And he's got the milk mustache to prove it.
Damn.
You can collect yourself.
You really wanted that.
That was
Yeah,
really
you
good.
did a lot better than.
Yeah, how'd the beer taste?
5 stars.
Thanks, bud.
Oh man, you're too
5
sweet.
stars. I'm drunk immediately.
And we have 45 more minutes to go. All right.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Tom, you got a joke?
No, but I can pull one out. Yeah, I guess I do.
Yes.
What did one melon say to the other melon? We're too young. We can't elope.
See, that's fun.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's good,
like-
that's cute.
That's digging deep into the Laffy Taffy world right there.
No,
Yeah.
but you.
Also underrated candy, if we're gonna be honest.
I
Nerds
saw
Rope
your
and
face.
Laffy
You're
Taffy.
like, I can't do this, and then you were like, oh fuck yeah, I can, and then you did. So
I did.
We're all proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You look like you were just about to go out for like the 9th inning in the World
Oh.
Series, and everything's riding on you. And then Coach just said, "Don't fuck it up," and then you didn't. It went really well. I just want you to know we're proud of you.
You
Thank
did
you.
get 2
Thank
outs
you.
before you were replaced. But you
Cool.
Tight, man. All right, that's gonna be a good time, I think. Jan,
Yeah, all right.
you have these guys and yourself to beat, but I would just focus
wanna,
on
I just
yourself.
want to beat myself. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody's got to. Just make it a real Fight Club scene. I just want to kick the shit out of myself more than anything.
All right, here we go.
okay, starting out strong.
Jan triumphant,
A little bit.
hand on the
shirt.
hip, looking dignified.
All right.
Yes.
A little rough, right?
Pretty good. A little Rough
I
Rider.
did okay. That wasn't that fast.
You can do it again if you want.
No, that's okay.
I think that might have beat it though.
Oh, only time will tell.
Yeah. Looking pretty good. You
That
got.
was, I think, the best chug I've ever done.
Good job.
It looked. The form
you
was
you
there.
nailed yours,
Yeah.
and then Tommy really
I
went
really
ham.
tried to open that
Yeah,
throw.
yeah.
Yeah. You guys all walked
But we're
into
taking
this. I
3
think.
seconds off the top, right?
Yes.
So I must have done better than the last one.
Well, you have
weird.
to.
Yeah, okay.
If you didn't,
Yeah.
then that would be pretty rough.
poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're like, Jan actually passed out in the middle of his chug. Glass smashes. He's like a break.
Give you 4 seconds off your time for that.
Yeah. Especially, we'll just count it after you wake back up and you can keep chugging. But you do have to Zamboni the glass off the ground. That's
2
the rule.
hours.
That's the rule. Done. Yeah.
And
So-
32 seconds.
I was at a bar like a week ago, and somebody, a server, had spilled a beer like on the tray, and just candidly, I was just like, "I'll still take it for free if I can Zamboni it off of the tray." And they were like, "Yeah, right." I'm like, "I'll do it right fucking now. I will. Get it over here." I only had half an Allagash White. Damn.
Gross.
You got Allagash White out here?
No, I was out in Boston for
Oh, tight.
a little work trip. Got to go to Fenway.
Oh, sick.
I have a couple Boston. No, I didn't have any Boston lagers. But it was Allagash White and a bunch of other good stuff. So
Nice.
yeah, I love that town
Yeah.
so much.
You got any jokes over there?
I'm not a known joke teller, so I'm just reading this one off the internet, and it's
Perfect.
terrible. How do you know if someone likes craft beer?
How?
Because we
They'll
can't
let
elope.
you know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, yeah, vegans.
Alright.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same joke.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic one. All right, dude. What we got for times?
So, well, my screen's reloading. Let me open it back up. Go back down. Okay. Everybody, I'm pretty proud of today, actually. Not only did you all
Think
do
of us
well,
like your
Aw,
parents.
thank you.
Yeah. Think of us like mom and dad.
not only did you do well, you all got 3 seconds off your time.
Yes.
So, of the 3 of you, Jacob, you did come in last place. And you said you weren't a good chugger, but you did come in at 6.02 seconds.
All right.
Which
I'm
means-
okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yay!
It does beat Jan's old time, so you can hold that
There you
over
go.
him.
Old
However,
Jan.
Old Jan.
There's a shell of himself.
Beat old Jan.
You can strike right back. Jan, you came in at 5.73 seconds.
Okay.
Overall, plus 3 seconds off your time. Easy at 2.73 seconds.
Okay.
Almost enough to crack the
Almost.
top 10.
You're
Oh,
point
good.
two off.
I didn't want to be in the top 10.
What do you mean you don't want to be in the top
No,
10?
no.
No, it's because he's smart. Because we tag him every time we post it. It's just too many Instagram notifications.
Yeah, I was gonna say his inbox gets blown up enough already with those thirst traps he posts all the time, so he doesn't need any more attention.
We're still tagging Outworld Brewing all the time, just to remind him that hey, we're right here, baby.
Yeah.
And
Man.
of course, Thomas, you did really well, and the hype was real. You lived up to the name. Before the 3 seconds off, you came in at 4.18 seconds.
Woo!
Plus 3 seconds off is 1.18 seconds.
Yo!
Tommy!
So now everyone's gonna know that you
Yeah.
chugged that beer, baby.
College.
Yeah, buddy.
College, dude.
That's enough.
Yeah, let's go play some beer pong like now.
Right.
That's enough for 4th place overall.
Yeah, buddy!
Yeah,
That's the
bud.
first time we've had
Love
somebody
it. Showing
crack the
up.
top 10 in like a while.
been a while.
Yeah,
Showing
it's-
up.
Yeah. I'll show up to the top 10 shootout any day.
Dude,
4
I
months?
definitely do
It's
want to
been
hold
4
that.
months.
It has been 4 months since somebody
Whoa,
cracked the top 10.
alright.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, tell your social media manager to expect a lot of tags coming up.
That would be a lot of fun though to like have a duel, for like people that have already been. Well, that we could probably incorporate that with the live show that we're gonna do in a couple months. But
You
we'll
do
talk
like
about it
attorney
then.
style knockout.
That would be fun.
You know, like
We were
what
talking
needs
about.
to happen is there needs to be the Stein holding into Chug. Because there's the Stein holding.
Wow, this has really just become the biathlon. Is what we've
but then
done.
yeah.
Skiing with guns.
Yeah.
That's
Into beer mile, then skiing with guns. All those things.
First, we're gonna get you real tired, and then we're gonna make you do the dangerous part after. So the only way to do this fairly would be you have to hold a gun with your other hand.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Man, skiing with guns to me proved that if you can get people into something stupid you thought of enough, it can get into the Olympics.
Well, the way that had
For
to have
sure,
worked out was that was a natural sport at one time, right? Where there was people skiing around, Scandinavia or even Colorado, wherever the fuck.
Fronting?
They had fucking guns, yeah.
Yeah.
So they were just like, I bet I can do this faster than you, and you're like, you're on, Sven.
I don't think that was naturally as popular as we'd like to believe. There was
Yeah.
like 8 guys skiing around shooting. And
Yeah,
They made it a thing.
and they were all in the Illuminati
Yeah.
because they were the only ones that could afford skis
I was about to say they're all rich.
at
They're
the
all-
time. Yeah, dude, I do really like that IPA though.
Oh,
Just
thanks,
wish
man.
I had a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
But yeah. This is tight. I mean, I like the fact that I'm just more of a West Coast guy in general, but the fact that it still does have like some great hazy qualities to it, kind of like that softer mouthfeel and shit.
Unfiltered.
It's so good. Yeah.
yeah. And
Do
I
you
think that's
prefer-
got the Leopold Pilsner malt in it too, which is malted right down the road now. It's pretty sick.
Leopold
Get that.
Pilsner, is that
Yeah.
Italian malt?
It's Colorado malt.
It's a
it's
noodle,
not.
actually.
It's actually it's the pasta factory
Yeah,
right
yeah.
down the street. Right down
Local
the
pasta
street.
factory.
Local pasta
Closed.
company.
Rest in peace. Yeah,
The
it's a
old
mini
spaghetti
golf
factory.
now.
They still have them some places, the old spaghetti factory. But I heard they're rebranding as the new spaghetti factory. Okay, I'll see you later.
Fuck.
I'm
So-
going on Shark Tank. I'm not here in a minute, straight to Shark Tank.
So I got this idea, right? It's been done before, but just wait till you hear the name.
But it's new.
Yeah. So now that, Jacob, you said you're a comedy fan, do you guys have any favorite comics in particular or anybody that you've seen that you were just like, wow, that was fucking dope?
So the John Doerr thing, that show was special for me. I loved that guy's, his actual show, the John Doerr show that was in
Yeah.
Canada and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had waited to see that guy forever. So that was super awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He really is I seriously cannot say, he's one of the funniest dudes I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
One of the best stand comedians I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Have you guys been to live comedy shows?
Oh, love it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Grew up watching Comedy Central in the '90s.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
Grew up watching all the movies and stand-up specials and stuff. So that's kind of my era, But I went to see Middleditch and Schwartz. That's probably I think the last show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Problematic now. Thomas Middleditch, known not good dude.
Yeah.
No,
Mostly
it's
because
bad.
of
Yeah.
he does improv. Yeah, that's
Yeah. And then I think the last show I went to, I forget who else was on the bill, but Maria Bamford headlined. It was the High Plains.
Oh, fun.
And it was, as a '90s Comedy Central fan, she was always on Comedy Central, and Maria Bamford's just
She's so great.
insane. just so clever and so funny and just puts it all together. Just great. Yeah.
Well, just one of the people in the industry that has such their own style. Like it's literally you can't replicate it.
We were
If you even
dying.
get close,
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, you're just doing
I
Maria
do
Bamford."
see some comics try to do like that, like high pitched voice that she does, like when
Yeah.
she's talking to herself. Like she has like a specific voice for like inner conscious.
Yeah.
That she does, and I see some comics trying to do that, and I'm like, please don't, like, just let that be Maria Bamford's thing.
Right. Well, there's certain people do things so well that you almost can't get close to it. Otherwise, it just is seen as ripping off, if you will.
Yeah.
Like Anthony Jeselnik's kind of in the same camp a little bit, where very different than Maria, but
A lot of
like
new comics.
anytime somebody does that super like quick joke, dark humor,
Yeah.
you're like you're just kind of doing a thing that somebody else already did
Totally.
really well.
Yeah. I'm a big Ron Funches fan. You know.
Love
like,
Funches.
yeah. So good.
He's got a new
Yeah.
show coming out called
Sweet.
Shopped 420, where it's like a chef competition.
I saw
with
a
Paul
Facebook
Queen.
ad for it. That's his show.
Yeah, that's his
Sick.
show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
yeah, he was on a True TV food show where they remake like fast food stuff, and they put a lot of comedians on that as well, and he was awesome on that.
Sure.
He picked Wendy's, which was like respect because I like Wendy's a lot too.
Yeah,
If you can't tell.
of course.
Yeah.
Dude, fries and a Frosty, one of the best
Love it.
treats.
Oh, yeah.
Take some of
best
that
ever.
chili, go home, cook some fucking noodles.
Yeah.
Don't get the chili. I've had friends who work there.
It's
It's-
called a-
don't do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's called a garbage plate, Steve,
I used to
in
brew at a
certain
place
places.
next to a Wendy's, and I ate a lot of that chili.
Don't eat the chili.
And you turned out fine. Yeah, you're still. Yeah.
I've got
He landed in the beer industry.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Don, are you a comedy fan at all?
I've never seen a comedy show live.
No. We'll have to get you out to something.
Yeah. I've watched some Netflix and stuff like that. And
It's not the same.
find
It's
it
different.
hilarious.
Yeah.
When it's funny, but
Yeah.
I've never been to a comedy show.
Yeah, that's the key. It has to be funny.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not. Otherwise, it's not.
There you
so,
go.
But
Otherwise,
there's
it's
also
not
a
so
reason
great.
they have like a 3-drink minimum,
Exactly.
in case it's not fun.
Sure. Yeah, there's a tipping point there, though, where sometimes people always say that, like, oh, the more you drink, the funnier we get. And I'm like, that's not a good business strategy for a comic
at
at
all.
all,
Yeah.
right? Especially because the more people drink, the more boisterous they typically become, more likely to heckle, just get
When
sloppy.
you're throwing up into your
I
sweater.
don't know how drunk I'd have to be to heckle a comedian.
It
It
takes
sounds fucking insane.
takes a
Like,
certain level of douchebag and
Yeah.
egotism to really.
I think a lot of them aren't even drunk. I think a lot of them are sober. But there's also like good heckling too, which isn't positive heckling, not good. There's no such thing as good heckling, but like positive heckling where it's just like, oh, I went to the grocery store the other day and someone's like, tell us about it, and you're like, I'm about to.
Yeah, I will. I promise. Yeah, it's like online reviews for you guys, I think. In terms of, it's nice. I'm glad you guys are contributing to the reviews, and some of them are positive. But man, I think an unwarranted 1-star review is like getting heckled by somebody, and they just won't. They're just being a douche.
And
They're
there's
just being
Yeah.
an
you
asshole.
suck.
Yeah.
But I'm a part of your business. I'm helping you by giving you feedback. You look so pained by what I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
right now.
It hurts.
It does. Yeah.
And it's particularly we're a block away from each other. Finn's Manor and our mutual friend are a block away. The neighborhood has exploded. It's gotten crazier and crazier
It's
over
wild.
the years. It's basically
Last summer with all the COVID stuff, this neighborhood was still insane.
Might say, does
It was
anybody
nuts.
else want more?
Go
When
of
you
for it.
guys
Yeah.
were here last, it was pre-COVID, right?
It
was.
It might have been like
Jeez.
like we knew about COVID and it was like becoming a thing.
Yeah, but it
We were-
was nobody
we
had
were shut
closed.
down.
Yeah, I remember because you guys sat in the tap room, which to me is a pre-COVID thing.
Pretty wild,
Yeah.
huh?
That would have been a pretty yeah.
What a
Weird.
crazy idea. Well, today's the day
We
that
just
they
feel-
lifted a lot of restrictions, right? Like, what's
Yeah,
the
this Friday.
capacity thing now?
Rave status. I don't know. Because it
They just took away.
unlimited?
Did you say rave status?
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, let's go have a rave at
yeah,
Finn's
yeah,
Manor.
yeah, yeah.
It's outdoors.
Everybody's
right?
getting dosed.
Yeah, that's part of the fun. You
Ew,
can either
gross. Club Fins, 1 star.
took too much acid at Finn's Manor. It's happened. Somebody's done it.
I had a roommate in college. I lived in Boulder for a year, and my roommate, we went out to the bars one night, and he was like, I'm going to go to 7-Eleven. I was like, I'm going to ride my bike home. And he's like, no, come to 7-Eleven. I was like, no, dude, just come home. And he was like, I'm going to 7-Eleven. And then did not see him for 2 days. And he came home, and he was like I got arrested because you didn't go to 7-Eleven with me. And I'm like, you don't put this on me.
What?
He's just full of taquitos.
Well, he was
and
driving
just-
a car. is
No,
what
he was
said?
he was on his bike, but there was, I guess he got taken into the drunk tank, right? Which is
That's the
like
thing.
whatever. But when they tried to IV, like he came to when they tried to IV him, and so he kicks the nurse in the chest, and then the cops were like,
Some people-
then they had called the cops.
Some people pay like $100 for an IV. He was gonna get one in a cushy drunk tank, and he denied it. What a fucking idiot!
Yeah. Well, anyways, I have a criminal record now because of him.
All right,
Just
well,
kidding.
yeah, I was gonna say.
It was not my fault at all. It's like, don't put that on.
Hey, you stayed home. Why would you get in trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, what we're at like 100% capacity with 6-foot distancing. Is that what it is?
Is that
I wasn't
what
paying
it is?
attention. Yeah.
I actually have no idea.
should
That's what
I
we-
thought they were just like wiping away the dials. Like we've
that's
been
what we were
operating
told.
on our own capacity things, much less than what the city has been allowing
Yeah.
at
The
this
dials
whole time.
all
Yeah.
county by county now.
Okay.
So.
I just saw blue. I was like, okay, what? I don't know what blue means anymore.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Sky's
we
the
were
limit.
told 100%
Yeah.
capacity.
Open this shit up.
Fucking pit, dude.
Yeah, man.
Start hardcore dancing.
Yeah. So what's? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where we are with the COVID rules or whatever, but with Fins, like we have 0 people sitting inside, so it's kind of been nice because we're like a huge patio bar anyway.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not been nice, obviously, but all we had to do is kind of move food trucks out, space tables out, and that's kind of where we've stayed.
Yeah.
So
Dude, when I was over there the other day, I was thrown for a total loop because the guy that was DJing at the bar was also the bartender. So he was like,
5 stars.
yeah. So it was cool.
6.
Yes, but
6
he
stars.
so he was playing music, and then he was like, "Hey, can I get you guys anything?" I'm like, "I need you to know that this is not." My brain doesn't normally correlate this way. Usually, anytime I ask the DJ for a drink, they tell me to go fuck myself. You know, at a bar. So I appreciate this
Was he
next level
actively
service.
DJing?
Yeah,
I
it wasn't like
appreciate-
scratching, but he was like
Okay.
putting records
Yeah,
on
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I
I'm sure you know who I'm
appreciate that he
talking
didn't-
about.
I appreciate that he didn't tell you to go fuck yourself.
No, but you know what I mean. Usually,
God.
when you go to like a bar and there's the DJ, somebody might be an idiot and just go up to them and like order a drink. That has definitely happened.
Basically, everyone that works at Fins except our GM is a DJ in some fashion, and so
Is that part of the hiring
That's
requirements?
hilarious because
Yes.
a lot of breweries hire comedians. So
Yeah.
right,
So as part of the interview, like, what's in your vinyl collection? Which is a good one, to
top
be
10
honest.
vinyl.
It's just a comfortable environment for that type of person.
Yeah.
Bar DJ
Yeah.
person.
Corey
Yeah.
Healy, new dad Corey Healy, we talked about last week. He works at
Friend of ours.
Landlocked Ales, and on his Monday nights he'll put wrestling on. So it's like a wrestling WWE themed night. He plays pop punk on the speakers, and then hosts bingo, all while he's bartending. And it is like he does all of it. Yeah.
He mostly just does it for himself. Like, that sounds like a night that he just wants to have.
I like
for
that
him.
stuff though, man. I remember traveling through Kansas once, in like the middle of nowhere.
Which is
It's
most
a-
of Kansas.
Yeah, but it's a gas station, and then it's a bar. It's the same lady, and she's frying burgers. She's like running a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically, they called me a woman. I had a little bit longer hair at the time, and everyone looked at me weird, like I shouldn't be there. And I was just like, good for you for working so hard. In my head, I wanted to live here, even though they didn't like me. I was having a really good time.
Yeah, but that one person was just killing it so hard that you're like, I could see
Yeah,
myself
she didn't
being
like me
here.
at all either. Like,
Yeah, but they grow on you.
I might retire there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet.
It's always the people that don't want you that you go back
Yeah.
to the most.
They'll want me eventually.
We're soon. Yeah, exactly. That's the attitude that you have to have. You're like, no, they'll want it. They want me to come back. What do we got?
I brought some more beer.
Tight.
We've got Neon Nail in cans, and then the Fizz, our Pilsner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is there any, got that Mojave phone booth kicking around? I mean, I don't need it right now. I mostly just wanted to talk about
You're
it.
wearing
because
the
of my
shirt.
shirt.
Yeah. Which,
Dude, you guys
it's
have
a sick shirt.
You guys have great merch. Like,
Thank you so much.
Where does like the idea? It seems like it's a bit like psychedelic-ish, but also a
Yeah.
little like hipster
Totally.
city, right? So, where do you guys come up with the ideas for your merch stuff or logoing, things like that?
So Brandon, who's not here, who's supposed to be on the podcast,
Boo.
took an impromptu bicycling trip for somebody who's about to be a new dad. He's going to be locked down for a long time.
Wow, from one lockdown to the next.
Yeah, pretty much.
Poor timing.
And so he is a graphic designer as well. He doesn't do that anymore as his day job. He's a UX designer now too. But He's done album art for tons of like metal bands and stuff. He's just a really talented. He's the managing partner of OMF.
He just takes a picture of tree
yeah.
roots knotted together and posts new black metal bands.
No,
Yeah.
he's awesome. And
Have
then
you
we
guys
just
done band photos here? You guys done like a metal band photo?
No,
You should.
I don't think so.
You should. Just like an
Brandon,
album
if
cover.
you looked at him, you wouldn't think, unless he didn't have like long sleeves on, because then he's full like
Right.
up. But he's an awesome, talented artist, and then is just connected with insane designers, like graphic designers throughout the country. One of the owners, Justin Pervors, he's like insanely regarded graphic designer, and he's done a lot. And then we work with a lot of local people. We just kind of are immersed in that world and just love that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it seems like you guys are always
yeah.
actively like collaborating on different projects with. Is that kind of one of the concepts of the brewery? It seems like you just like,
we're always
you're doing your
collaborating.
shit
It's
all the
just
time
a fun
with
thing
other
to
people,
do that
yeah.
we can always learn and just experience different things from
Yeah,
different people.
absolutely.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's just if you're not doing that, you're just kind of gonna stay stagnant. You know,
Yeah.
and maybe you're great at your stagnant thing. You know, but we're
All right,
just
Gary
always trying
Vaynerchuk,
to
I
learn
get
and
it.
do more.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I need to
yeah.
post 20 times a day. I understand.
It's the same in comedy for sure.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
just got to be exposed, right? Totally, yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're not out there in it, you know, like then you're probably missing.
Yeah,
a
and
lot.
we also
with
we
that
always try to just working with lots of different people.
Yeah.
We always try to make sure that we have like different voices on every show, and then try to book people from out of town. Like, and that's starting to just come back finally. Like people are going on tour again and things of that nature.
Yeah,
But,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but if you just do the same lineup all the time, or you're just doing the same jokes all the time,
Yeah.
like it gets a little stale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me-
so like, yeah, we just kind of just love that kind of stuff, you know, and we give a fuck about the design and stuff. There's so many breweries that don't fucking care, you know, like,
Yeah.
and they just toss whatever crap out there, you know, from MS Paint or whatever. You
It's
know, like-
amazing to me how
yeah.
little thought some breweries give to their merch.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, because if it's a sick, like I get so many compliments on this shirt and I wear it all the fucking time.
worth its money. Then.
But it's it's a nice
Yeah,
shirt,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like if you make nice merch, it almost the brewery itself is almost like inconsequential to a certain degree, like whether or not you were crazy about the beer, right?
Yeah.
But then you just become like a walking billboard.
That's an argument in itself, like to spend money to make money, right?
Right.
Some business owners, I think, have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
But you have
Yeah.
to spend money on artists or whatever you need to do to have cool merch.
But don't you want to like see somebody
sell it.
out on the street and you're like, that's a fucking sick hat.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to go to that brewery and like get one of those things.
Yeah.
I think it gets your attention.
Yeah.
Anytime I see people walking around with just the lamest brewery gear, I'm like, what? Why are you wearing that?
Well, it means
they
that-
made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Brewery
and then
made
they
it.
don't
They
really
cool.
care about their. It can kind of translate down to the beer too. They don't
Yeah.
care as you know, like you care about everything, every aspect of your business. It's just like means it's a sign that somebody gives a shit about the beer and everything.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing with beer too, when a lot of people are like, with beer, oh, make the styles I want to make. Why aren't they selling? It's the same with the merch. Oh, this looks cool. Why isn't it
Yeah.
selling? Because
Why
it's
isn't
one
this a
guy
pullover
that owns a
hoodie?
business, not consulting anybody and making beer and buying merch.
If you guys had more
Yeah.
turtlenecks, I wouldn't be upset.
I'm down for turtlenecks. Actually, that sounds sick.
A tie-dye
A little
turtleneck.
embroidered, like just right on the neck, a little one.
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I can
yeah.
still be business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can turn your brewery into a t-shirt shop that makes beer, fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
I'd
it's
say we
just-
bring back all over print. That was real big.
All
in
over
the-
print?
Yeah, that was real big in the like mid 2000s.
What was it?
I was like that. It was just those shirts with like the print all over it.
Oh,
The
yeah,
hoodies-
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
hoodies look just obnoxious. Every piece, every inch of the shirt is covered in the same fucking.
It was like tap out adjacent type of stuff. There was just like crap
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, crap everywhere. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, a tap out logo for our mutual friend.
Real aggressive.
So
I mean, I'm
fucking-
kind of down. That shit's kind of popular because like
Cross-stitch jeans.
hardcore is back and like that kind of branding is cool.
I think we can just
Yeah.
bypass Brandon and go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
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 we've
tap out.
got it.
We're gonna rip off tap out.
Let's get it
from here on
printed.
out.
We've got it figured out. Marketing isn't that hard. So Finn Manor is like, it's a pretty unique concept in my opinion. You know, you've got like an outdoor space, it's a high-end beer bar, but the bar itself still looks like really old-timey. It's got just more of a rustic feel to it. It's not super modern, things like that, so it still has like a nice tone to it. And then you guys usually have food trucks there and whatnot. I might be over-explaining the whole business, so am I getting it so far?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So where the hell did that come from? And like, what is it like? Yeah, I guess that's probably the best place to start. Like, where
Well,
the fuck did the idea for that even come from?
Well, Finn's was a
Doesn't matter.
junkyard. It was a chop shop before, and
I was
actually,
aware of
my brother bought the property in 2010, and kept the tenants in there for a couple of years until they kind of moved on, and then he and I started to kind of demo the property and keep the little brick house and all the weird outdoor covered space for
It is-
for something.
It's a super unique space.
Yeah, we didn't really know what we were going to do, and then my partners and I kind of came together with a good idea. Worked with Noah from Crema and our other partner, Robert, and yeah, just came together with this.
Robert from.
Yeah, Robert.
He's just Robert.
No, Robert Sickler. He's amazing.
From his mother.
He worked for Diageo for many years. He was a bartender in New Orleans for like a decade. He's
So he's weathered.
master of whiskey. I mean, he's the reason that our back bar looks like it does. Is because he's the man.
That's a good title to have.
He's recently moved on to Florida, so I've kind of taken over the reins of Finn's like solo. But the whole purpose of Finn's was to kind of have every category of spirit available to you, and like always the best stuff available, you know. So trying to have like one of the best, if not the best, Scotch whiskey selections in the state.
Oh, really?
Arguably the best mezcal and agave selection in the
The
state.
best mezcal in the state, hands down.
Well,
That's
Easy.
awesome.
Easy.
I just can't get into mezcal. I love tequila, but I just can't get into mezcal.
It
But
just
I
takes the
respect
right
it.
one. I've definitely been more into, as I've gotten more into tequila. I used to be a lot more turned off by mezcal for sure. I do like a peaty Scotch, like I do like that smokiness. So I've kind of just been getting back into it recently. So that's dope that you guys have like it, because I wouldn't have thought that. I mean, I think of you guys as like the outdoor space, food trucks, and then a good craft beer selection. So I didn't
Yeah,
necessarily know that you dabbled in all that other stuff too.
Yeah, I mean that's what's amazing. We have over 600 spirits on our back bar.
How many ghosts?
It
At
is-
least 900.
he
From
did-
old
his
junkyard
brother
people?
Did buy
Yeah.
it off of an Indian burial ground.
It's just old guys in overalls that come to the bar, all transparent, just saying, "What do you got that's like Bud Light?"
His name is Ted.
Oh no! Oh no!
Got his own seat at the
That's
bar.
a little inside jab.
That's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
See what it is.
that was the idea, was kind of having a little food truck pod, the most epic beer selection. I've been in charge of the beer selection since the beginning, and
Seems fun.
you know, trying to have like a couple clutch local breweries on draft. Kind of switched over to just having local IPA producers on draft as much as possible, and beer stack. And then really trying to focus on like rad imports,
Okay.
and having clutch beers like St. Bernardus, Wit, and like De La Sin Terrace Volba.
As soon as you get any Marsbrow on tap, just give me a call.
tight.
Yeah, fucking love those
Sweet.
guys. And I never see it. Like, they're one of those breweries that I love. Anytime I see it on the shelf or anywhere, I'm like, I'm gonna get it. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Tommy, you've definitely had lots of Mars on top.
I've had a lot of Mars
Yeah.
Mars on draft.
Yeah.
Things have kind of changed with the meltdown of Shelton Brothers.
Oh,
Not
cakes.
meltdown, but the
Cakes are
change
weird. Yeah.
that's happened with Shelton
But
Brothers.
there was, like,
It's
one
hard to push
major-
Cakes, right? And Cakes will be. I think Cakes will be selling again by like fall.
Yeah.
But right now they're just by like.
Well, that particular thing was like an importer that dissolved, right? Are they kind of done right
Well, I'm not quite sure. I know that they had to file for bankruptcy and things are kind of switching over.
now? It was like a major European importer that specifically handled like that brand and a bunch of different other ones, but
I mean, that was originally my plan with Finn's, was to make it like all these amazing like import beers.
yeah.
But I realized quickly that A, isn't really financially possible.
Nope.
And IPAs fucking sell. I was like, oh, I'm gonna only have one IPA on. No, sorry.
Yeah, that's the
Stupid.
fortunate / unfortunate truth, right? Is that people are just so driven to certain styles that, like, no matter how niche of an establishment or a lineup you're trying to make, even though it's incredibly well curated, you still have to like put stuff on.
Yeah, we were
that
talking about
people are gonna order, right?
Amber tap room, only Ambers.
Yeah, we're just gonna
I
do
saw
30,
that post.
30
I
ambers.
love it.
That's it. Nothing else.
Nothing but Amber.
I'm in.
Amber
You
alert,
can
baby.
work with this, right? We do all kinds of things. Chili amber.
Yeah.
One of my favorite beers is a spicy amber.
I mean, you can have chili amber, gumbo amber,
Yeah.
jalapeno
Okay,
amber,
yeah.
hoppy amber,
Cinnamon
malty amber, cinnamon amber. You could really have all kinds of ambers.
Different colors too. You can just make it dark and be like dark amber, and then light and hoppy amber.
You're hired.
Yeah.
We're taking.
Marketing,
We're
yeah.
taking Jacob. He's gonna make all of our ambers exclusively.
They're not all gonna be amber. Is what we call them ambers.
You should put
I got a
little
twist for-
dinosaur in an ice cube and drop it in the drink.
Yeah.
It's amber.
Yeah. It's like a Jurassic Park deal. Put a mosquito in the ice cube. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's we got a really fun twist for you. It's a hoppy red. Ooh. Wow. With Centennial. So sorry, Connie. I
Yeah.
can't have it. Yeah, gross.
God damn it.
Yeah. So while we're talking about beer menus, what are the styles you guys hate the most? Because I'm very vocal about mine.
Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen. Wow, wild card. Didn't see that one coming.
I-
Never smoked cloves in high school, eh?
I did.
You
They're
did?
They're a
Too
lot
many.
better than the Hefeweizen.
Jacob, did you smoke the tropical one? Remember there was like a tropical one and then there was like the blacks?
I only smoked the blacks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only
there
had
was one that
blacks.
was like tropical
I
looking.
didn't have that.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
like the
yeah.
dry
Yeah,
hop
because you're
that
cool.
bad.
Yeah, because you're cool.
Yeah, he was hard. Jacob's kind of hard.
pretty
Yeah,
hard.
he's
Yeah.
a pretty tough guy.
Pretty harsh.
Yeah,
Rips
I mean,
the
I'm gonna
filter off
take
a
what
clove.
he's saying and really work with that.
That's the key. This is your new identity from here on out. We're going to shape it on this
The
podcast.
best at chugging beers, but boy, can I put down a clove.
Smoking contest.
2 puffs is all I need.
New segment of the show, the puff leaderboard. So hefts, I mean, it is, I don't know. There's not that many times that I ever have one. I did just have a Weinstefaner hef for the first time in forever the other day. I thought it was great because it's like one of the few that you can find that's super true to style, and it's not, I don't know. I feel like most American breweries don't do them very well. They just wind up being American wheats,
It is hard
if
to
you
do,
will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
but
do
just
correctly.
because something's hard to do doesn't mean it's good. I
And
respect
on
your
the same
opinion.
No, I do like saison, but like Tripels, when you get into the Belgian stuff that isn't saison, I think I like quads and doubles, but you can easily fuck them up.
Yeah.
And maybe I could like Tripels, but all of my experience with it is like, oh, this could have been better. It's a different style of beer.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's Le Fin du Monde, and Le Fin du Monde's the one that comes to mind that is, like, I'll have that whenever, right?
Have it,
Anytime
have
I
it.
see it,
Yeah.
I have it. It's great.
It has kind of a unique aroma.
Yeah.
Yeah, Le Fin du Monde. Yeah,
Mostly cat piss. No, I'm just
Yeah.
What's your answer on this, Jan?
Oh shit! I hate dark sour beer.
Yeah, dark
as,
sours.
as somebody who makes a lot of mixed culture and beer and saison and sour beer and stuff, and it basically just comes down to if you have a sour beer that's dark and it has any roast characteristic to it, it is garbage. To me.
Also, whenever I see those, I'm just like, oh, somebody fucked up.
Yeah, they're blending
It's
shit.
essentially
yeah,
what
yeah.
happens.
Black
There's some
IPA.
really beautiful beers like that, but if it has a roast characteristic to it, I'm out.
If I see a
100%.
sour stout on a menu, I don't
No,
trust
no,
that
no,
that's
no,
what
no,
you
no.
went
I've
into
had
it with.
sours.
Like,
No, people
Let's,
try to pass them off.
Package
And
it
with
as a
the
sour
beers that I
stout.
hate is bad.
Yeah.
I probably just had bad examples with a lot of the stuff I don't like. I'm assuming.
but yeah, but I'm trying to think. I
There's
mean,
a lot of acetobacter vinegar characteristics in dark sour beer too that are
Fuck
garbage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get all that acetobacter.
Yeah.
But
So
no,
it's
you're
seven
right.
stars.
You're right. But then when you think about it, like I think a lot of the triple examples that I've had are
Yeah.
usually they're just overly sweet because they're just
Meh.
curated to that
Yeah.
crowd. But anytime I'm even in that realm, I'll just always get a Duvel instead.
Yeah.
of,
Fair.
You know, just something like more
Yeah.
dry.
I
'cause
feel
they
like-
have those characteristics.
American Trappist style, like that's really hard to do. Like we don't even try to touch that stuff, and I'm really passionate about Belgian beer. And we don't touch like Trappist style beer. Like
Yeah.
most breweries cannot pull off Trappist style.
Especially if it's
beers.
not your thing you do all the time.
Right.
If you're just going to dip your toes in it, and it's almost harder to do
Doesn't
than
work
lagers
out.
in some ways, you know, because
Yeah.
you wind up using, I mean, those yeast strains are so finicky that it just, if you don't like ferment with them correctly or whatever, they will essentially like the yeast just takes over the entire beer and now it's lost any complexity to it
Yeah,
whatsoever.
and it's just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm with you.
Yeah.
And you said, I'm sorry, your answer
Dark
again.
sours.
Dark
sours. Yeah,
sours.
but so,
Yeah.
dude,
I
you don't
jumped
like a
in-
good
I came in
oud
kind of hot because I'm passionate about this.
You don't
'cause
like an oud brune?
I do like an in-brew that's done well, but like if there's so many, like 98%.
Most of them are
What
still
about
just
those
like
dark saisons.
I'm not about dark saison either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a theater kid you didn't really get along with.
I'm just wondering.
You're like,
Jan
I'm
wants
also
to
into
say
theater,
song.
but you're
Yeah,
kind of
right
weird.
on.
You're a little too weird for me.
Funkworks does a lot of those beers really well, though. But most 98% of breweries in America don't.
See, I
shit
fucking
good.
Oud Bruin's another one. I'm like, I fucking hate it, especially because
There's so much bad.
I
out
love
there.
a Flanders
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
You know,
Same.
conversely, because I feel like that's the right amount of malt for that sour.
Yeah.
But for an Oud Bruin, like I think the most popular examples I've even had, they always wind up just being so goddamn sweet. There's never enough pucker or
Yeah.
barnyard flavor to it or anything like that. It's always more sweet.
I
But
have
maybe,
trouble with that because I have a sweet tooth.
yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, this tastes bad technically, but I'm enjoying it right now.
He's like, have you ever
Explain
stuffed
that,
your
yeah.
cheeks full of Whoppers and then had an Oud Bruin?
I could do that.
I'm open to that.
Yeah, let's do that.
No,
Tommy?
no, Tommy.
I was gonna have.
You know, I've done a lot of shit talking about amber ales, but
It can't be done enough on this show.
You
it's a
know,
good time
I-
for a fucking.
but
I
recently-
dropped those in like.
Oh, this is getting spicy.
you know, recently I had a fucking bomb amber ale.
It could be good.
Anyway, I think that the style that annoys me the fucking most is hazy IPA with adjuncts. Like,
Okay.
mainly coconut and vanilla, and also the fucking overuse of Sabro.
Okay.
That shit grosses me
I
out.
sort of
So-
agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, I
Kinda
concur.
Like,
Yeah, I'm
kind of
way
like
down to that.
everything
Fuck
you
all
just
that.
said.
Yeah.
So Sabro is one that you don't particularly care for.
You know, I've had like a good Sabro beer. I can't pin it down, but man, most
takes
of
us-
most
I mean,
of
they
them
make
that
your-
I've had, it's like these people want soda pop.
Yeah, it's
Right.
an underrated
I don't-
pizza chain, but
Yeah,
a
yeah.
terrible hop.
Oh, you think if Sabro's underrated, the only fucking mall pizza chain that exists?
Yeah.
Sbarro?
They just hand out samples because they had to compete with the Chinese.
They
food
got rid of the
places.
stuffed pizza though, so fuck them.
What a bunch of idiots.
Is there a popular beer with Sabro in it? Because I remember
I mean,
a time
every
when
Haze
people were
Boy
talking about
makes
it
one.
like it's the next big thing.
I feel like that's Mosaic though. Like when you say every Haze Boy,
I mean-
next one Mosaic's like the haziest of Haze Brew hops.
I love Mosaic.
I fucking hate.
I actually disagree. I
I
don't
would
like
say
Mosaic that
Citra.
much.
All right.
I mean, but it's my fault. Like it's my taste glands.
I don't think
to
it's
be honest.
bad, but I think in the lineup, there's definitely like an order of where these hops belong.
I just get so much like it's so garlicky.
Mosaic's like number 5. I don't hate it. It's up there.
Yeah.
It's not. the
I can
best.
go with
It's not your
garlic.
bottom bitch.
It's,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
what I'm
like-
saying.
it's when the beer is like turned to candy. It's like this is supposed to be like a bitter beer, but then it's like turned to this like sweet kind of like dessert product, and it's like, no, I can see that in a pastry style, which also annoys me, but I understand why you would want that.
Sure.
But like in a beer that should have like a good amount of bitterness, I don't understand why you would add
So if
like
somebody fruited
dessert
an IPA,
character.
would that aggravate you?
That annoys the fucking shit out of me. I hate
Yeah,
it.
I completely agree.
I've literally-
And at the same time, I'm like, maybe it tastes good. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
yet.
Maybe it tastes good. I just don't like the way
Yeah.
that it's happening.
And
right?
like I'll
Yeah.
tap those
Those
beers during
percentages and
GABF,
stuff.
you know, when I don't have a lot of choice. You know, rare people bringing beers in, and I need to tap this hypey brewery or whatever. But like, man, I don't know. I would rather beers like IPAs. I'd rather the hops like speak for themselves.
Yeah, because at a certain point, it's just IPA seems to have taken on so many different identities, right? That it doesn't even resemble what it was originally. It's almost as if you're using IPA. It's become more of a marketing term more than any kind of definition of like the style.
100%. It's a marketing term. If like you could brew any ABVs of a hoppy beer and then just
slow,
put
it's a
IPA on
session,
it, it
it's a
doesn't
session
matter.
IPA.
Just take session out of it and just call it IPA. It'll sell way faster.
I think
Yeah.
OMF has had that experience. And in my past,
Yeah.
I've seen basically if you change something that says pale ale or wheats or something and change it to IPA, it does sell faster.
Well,
Yeah.
For no reason.
I mean, one of my favorite beers was technically a brute, and they realized that nobody wanted brutes, so they started calling it an ale, a champagne ale.
That did better.
It did way better for them.
That
Champagne
annoy
ale?
the fuck
Yeah.
out of me for some reason.
If it was a champagne ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that
Did
name
they
either.
make it champagne?
Everybody hates calling it a brute. Yeah, they just called it champagne ale. So
Okay.
Is that High Life?
Yeah.
Not one of my favorite beers.
Turns out if you shove whole cone hops into a high life, it's pretty bad. It's not good.
I had an ESB the other day, that I haven't had an ESB in years, and I took the first few sips and I was like, oh my god, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And I asked for a half pour, and they gave me a full pour. And
5 stars.
By the end
Give
of
them
it,
the
I was
review.
by the end of it, I was like, I'm fucking over this beer. It was so good at first, and it didn't take long to warm up. But by the end of it, I was just done.
That's a
I was
style
like,
I see just every brewery in America specifically is doing it differently. It's a different beer based on where you're hanging out. Kinda.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
an
I don't
English
see-
amber is all that it
Yeah.
is.
I
It's
don't
just in
see a lot of
disguise.
ESBs.
No,
used
I
to
mean,
make
because
one
they
at
don't sell
Alpine
well.
Dog. I thought it was great, but it doesn't sell.
Yeah, ESBs were definitely more like early
Red Hook
90s
was one of the
kind
first
of thing.
beers I drank, like
Yeah.
first craft
Yeah.
beers. Was Canada. I like the ESB and IPA.
Full Sail had one too. It was kind of like that. Like,
Yeah.
those older, bigger breweries
mean, you kinda-
had some ESBs that were flagships.
It's like the Belgian thing.
Yeah.
Unless British ales are your thing,
yes.
typically if you come out with one,
Yeah.
it's not that great. It's pretty forgettable. For
The
the most part.
wording is terrible.
Well, honestly,
ESB,
those-
extra special bitter.
Yeah.
If you look at that today, nobody wants bitter anymore, even in an IPA. It just doesn't describe itself correctly in America's terms.
It also sounds like what a mom would call her beer.
Extra
It's like,
special.
who's my extra special bitter?
He's my extra special boy.
Well, and like honestly, those beers are brewed to be served on cask,
Right.
which like is obvious with most British beer, but like beautiful cask poured ESB is like hogshead and shit. It's
Yeah,
like-
absolutely. It's
You
divine.
yeah.
You can't
I
eat
went there
it.
for the
You know what I
first
mean?
time
Insane.
recently. It was super
Yeah.
good.
It's Hogshead's insane.
Yeah, but they're hard to come by
I
for
did
sure.
notice. I won't say the brewery, but I did notice they had a cask, and I asked them if it was hooked up, and they were like, "No, we just like the way it looks," and they were not kidding. They were
Aw.
just. I was like, "Oh boy,
That's a
okay,
bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks really nice next to the softball league picture you guys
you,
have.
you should figure out how to use that thing because it's sick.
Because it's pretty
Yeah,
straightforward.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally a hand pump.
Yeah.
All you got to do, you pull a guy,
Yeah.
and then beer comes out.
It was just
It's a little more
decoration.
complicated. Cask is a little more complicated.
Sir, it's not a cask. It's also DDH with vanilla. And
Ooh, I'll have that.
Sabro with Sabro.
Sabro.
This
Double
pump
dry
is
hop
DDH.
Sabro, then Sabro.
You start doing that with everything. You're like, yeah, I just bought a new car the other day, double dry hopped neon, just to make it sound
I
a
mean,
lot
double
cooler.
dry hop sounds good. I think they should put that in front of a car.
Yeah,
The double dry hop Subaru would sell very well.
that would be a
Super
very.
DDH.
Yeah, that's the most Colorado thing I
Yeah,
think I've heard
exactly.
today.
They would sell a fuck
And it
ton
comes
of
with
these.
a bucket for no reason. Like maybe you're a
The
brewer.
head scoop has a bunch of like little hops drawn into it and shit.
Yeah, it's a WRX, but it comes with a free treehouse hat. You know? Yeah, I'm with you on the adding. Seems like a lot of times adding different adjuncts and additives to beer can be fun and can make something taste really good. But it seems like you can achieve a lot of those same flavors and aromas by just brewing better with the stuff that you have at your disposal. Am I wrong? I know. I know.
but
There's
when
ways
it
to.
comes to like somebody dumping mango for say, specifically or coconut into a fermenter that they are dry hopping and it's supposed to be this hazy IPA, New England IPA. You can achieve those flavors with hops. So you're either dry hopping it that way and wasting money by adding the fruit, or you're not dry hopping it correctly and you have to waste money by adding fruit.
Yeah, and then it seems like it does come out, like the negative qualities of the shortcuts that you're taking still come out. Just maybe they're just perceptive to the people
It's
that
pretty
fucking
obvious
see
if
it,
you
but
added that fruit and stuff. I've had some IPAs in town that it's like, this is pineapple. It's not a hop thing that created pineapple. It's pretty
Yeah,
obvious you added pineapple.
yeah, you dump some Dole in here.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
fine.
it sells well. They have the greatest pineapple flavored IPA.
Yeah,
But not everybody's advertising that they're putting it in. I'm starting to see trends on that with the hate towards putting it in.
yeah. Well, one thing that
Towards using actual ingredients? Or
Yeah,
even like a
I
puree?
think I have a theory. This is my conspiracy.
did it.
That people are.
There's
hitting it with
tinfoil lining
extracts
that
and
beanie.
Stuff like that. Always. Extracts and things like that.
Yeah.
That are non-expensive to enhance the flavor of whatever hops they're using.
Okay.
No, people are
okay,
definitely
yeah.
dosing
Yeah.
flavor additions into beers.
Dosing?
Yeah,
so they'll
yeah.
call
down.
this dry hop
Yeah,
beer
yeah,
with
yeah,
this and
yeah.
this.
Let's get it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy fruity.
Like
No,
100
they're
mgs.
dosing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying
Something
that-
light.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
little
saying
easy stuff.
people
Pass
said
it
that's what they want
passes.
more, like customers
Yeah.
like That's what.
No, I
it's
mean
like
maybe it
maybe, but
sells. That's the hard part,
it's
right?
bogus, so that's
You
not-
can't
not
argue
for
with the
anybody
customer.
I guess it's like the White Claw thing now, where it's like I've been drinking White Claw. I love White Claw. Maybe I'll try a beer, and it's got to be a fucking pineapple bullshit.
Do you think
It's
someone jumps
that's-
from White Claw to beer?
I
'Cause
think
that's
that's
the
when they're
step.
not having
no,
a
I
vodka
agree.
soda.
That is the step
I
into
think
craft
that's the
beer
step.
these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're not
it's
into
weird.
craft beer, the flavor bombs, the adjuncted IPAs, the whatever,
Because
the lactose beers, those are the intro beers to people to grab people.
Yeah.
Maybe they land on real beer at some point, but
The sweeter, the better, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a very
yeah.
approachable
that is
flavor.
the intro to
A
craft
very
beer
approachable
these
flavor
days.
profile is like fruit sweet or
Yep.
like caramel
Yeah.
sweet even. Sometimes caramel sweet's too much for some people. Like, having
Yeah.
that really sugary fruit sweet is so approachable for people
Yeah.
that you're like, well, I guess this is still beer,
Yeah.
but it's something that's so far off from what anything,
Yeah.
other
And it'll
styles. are.
tickle your tongue, like it'll get you going. But,
Yeah.
can you maintain that? I don't know.
But that jump step is always interesting to me. Like us all talking here, we know a lot about beer. You guys know about beer. You talk about beer all the time. The average person doesn't care. I remember when Westward, it was like right before the pandemic, maybe the year before. The People's Choice of best brew pub in Denver was 10 Barrel. The
Yeah.
Budweiser, they don't give a shit. So when it
I
comes
would-
to
I don't
making
agree with
money,
that.
well, we have a community, but a lot of people don't care.
Sure. I mean, I would say also that in terms of like the comedy realm, it's similar, but it's also like if certain things sell, they're gonna sell. There's certain comics who I don't think are great, but they do certain things that they just sell. They know how to sell.
Who's the
And it works.
multinational conglomerate of comedy?
Oh,
Carrot Top.
yeah. I would.
I've seen Carrot Top live.
Have you really?
There you go.
Yeah, when I was in 7th grade. Yeah,
I don't know that there's.
it was sick.
What a banger! Yeah,
was
for
great.
7-year-old. Yeah, I believe
7th
it.
grade. I was 12. It was tight.
I would
Yeah.
say the Improv is probably the biggest comedy chain.
Oh, yeah,
That or
okay,
Don't
yeah,
Tell.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
When it
mean
comes
there's
to
like
performance plays.
Improv and Funny Bone are
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like the
Funny
biggest
Bone.
it's the biggest club chain in the country for
Yeah.
sure.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think about the comedy podcasts that are exploding? That are already famous comics. Like I watch Bad Friends, I'll admit it. I like Andrew Santino and Tommy.
Yeah.
And I watch Your Mom's House sometimes. My girlfriend's always been in love with it. But they're already big comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
I
feel
love
that?
them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I'm
all.
a fan.
I would say that that's just because that's an extra way to make comedy. You can really only make money 5 hours out of the day, 6 hours out of the day if you're working doing stand-up. But let's say you have a podcast during the day. Shout out to our sponsors, where you can make a little extra money when you're not on stage.
Yeah.
And that's why those guys are doing that.
And also,
Yeah,
I
oh,
mean,
know
that's
why
kind of
they're
the
doing it, but it's just interesting
It's
to
just
see.
a-
Like, I feel part of the corporate machine when I'm watching the popular podcasts.
well, at least all that money, except for Rogan, like all that money is going like to the artist, right? Like any of the, I mean,
Sure.
the ads are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, his Spotify deal is like a little different, but man, that just sounds like the best to me. I just get to do stuff like this all day, where I get to shoot the shit with my friends, and then afterward, I'm gonna go do shows.
Yeah, I
and
know.
get paid doing that. That's the goal. So for the thing is that the only ones that really work where it's just comics are typically the ones that are for famous comics. There's always going to be caveats and ones that are like lesser known comics that just have a very successful show, but usually those are niche. If it's just the comics talking, it usually only works and is successful if people know who the fuck you are.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's all. I mean,
it's like fanboy stuff too, where it's like you just want a little bit more of them. You know what I mean?
Content,
Like,
yeah.
if John Doerr had a podcast,
I'd watch it probably. Yeah.
yeah. So it's just
That's fair.
just extra content for people. If you really like the person, not even just the comic or the performer within the person, but if you like the person, you're more likely to like be intrigued by something like that. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah. So you guys, I mean, OMF to me stands out as somebody that you guys do your thing.
For sure.
Yeah, you guys, and you come out with cool styles all the time that I
Yeah.
respect a lot, but I never necessarily know how they sell. You guys had like a Roush Blonde a couple months ago. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, which is fucking awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
staple. We remake that. Yeah.
Right.
It sells enough to keep brewing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
which is
great.
Sick.
Because
We
I
love
just
it.
because
Yeah,
the thing
yeah,
is, so I guess the question becomes, and it's come
Yeah.
up recently on a couple different episodes
Yeah.
where we've had this like kind of philosophical debate about at what point do you just start making something because it's very popular, even though it's not like within your kind of
I think with
company
brewing, there's a line.
guidelines. Yeah,
So
okay.
you make what you need to make money, and if you do it well enough or in the right place, you can make enough money to sponsor the stuff you really want to make.
Yeah. Is there a line?
Yeah, you can't do something
You can sell
crazy.
out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
What would be the
our
line?
perspective is like, we just brew what we love, so we still make IPA. I like hazy IPA.
But you guys
hazy
make a
IPA.
bunch of us like esoteric shit too that I love. That
Yeah.
I understand.
I don't
not
consider
sell
those
as well.
esoteric though. I just think it's like quality standard beers.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
from any which style. But like there may be a line, but no shame in chasing that. Just be honest about it. Like if you want to make like the most hype beer, like and never end chasing that, like great, that's sick. Those breweries are cool.
And I feel
and they do really well. They're extremely successful. Like respect to that too. But we're just passionate about. We want to drink the beer we make.
Yeah.
But
But does
and
that also
that's-
have to do with like the scale you guys are at too?
Oh
or
yeah, we do have a lot.
in
we're
terms of
small.
I don't know how
Yeah.
much your guys' plans are to expand or distribution or anything like that, right? So does some of that comfort come with the fact that hey, we know that we're going to be about this size, and within that space, we know we're going to sell this shit?
Yeah, currently, like we can do, we double batch a lot of beers. We brew 22 barrel batches, and then like kind of 10 to 11 barrel batches. And then if we want to brew something strange and that people aren't as into, we can just brew a smaller batch of beer.
Yeah. Tommy,
And-
kind of same question for you, to be honest.
Yeah.
So at what point, Vince has a very clear, well, not clear because there's a lot of moving parts, but you guys have an identity, and a lot of it's based around quality and getting the best stuff. But is there a line for you where you wouldn't put something on tap or you wouldn't make a business move because at that point it's a detriment to the brand?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but like any idea what those kinds of things would be?
Yeah, I mean, I've always tried to only support smaller craft breweries that, aren't kind of trying to take over the world, and that's a very, very blurry line.
Right. It gets.
You know.
I mean, after looking at the BA top 50 this past year, that line's
Yeah,
so
it's-
goddamn blurry.
It's insane, and a lot of it's had to come down to relationships and like people that I've met, people that I like, people that I respect, people that support us.
Yeah.
That come in all the time. That's another thing that's huge, especially with like our spirits and all that. It's like, who's gonna come back in and support you and
Yeah.
show you that they like that you're repping their shit. You know what I mean? But all in all, it's been pretty easy to not support the sellout breweries that have sold out to big companies. That's kind of been my main thing. There's amazing breweries out there that I love and drink at home out of the can and stuff like that, but I haven't served them at Finn's because like I
Those
kind
are
of
fine.
I kind of feel like they're a little too big, or maybe there's something politically that I know that bigger brewery supports or something like that.
Yeah. Ballast
And-
point. Okay.
You said it. I did not say that.
That's
But
what
yeah.
we're here for. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
We say the shit.
I definitely have big standards for that.
Do you have any pet peeves for when sales reps come in and try to sell you on some
Oh,
shit?
that's a
I
good
was
question.
I was a rep for 8 years.
I actually
so,
love that question too.
yeah.
I've been
'cause-
around it, yeah.
I actually know one of your former reps because I live with them.
So
I'm excited for
I'm
this.
curious because I would sit at the bar. I mean, everybody makes their rookie mistakes, right? But I remember sitting at the bar sometimes, waiting for the person to be available or whatever, and you would just see somebody else walk in and try to just word vomit everything that they wanted to peddle that day out onto the buyer, and they don't even take a breath, and they're just like, well, we have this. You need to buy this kind of thing, or is there? I guess I'm curious. Do you have anything sticking points for the reps out there?
Yeah, it's very annoying when it's just like straight business, when it's clear that they are not even coming in to like have a beer or a drink
Just
or
be
something.
cool.
And
Yeah.
and I understand, like you have to do your job to sell beer. I've kind of like gone all over the place. There was a long time when I was like super annoyed because there was a lot of reps coming in, and I was like,
Heaven forbid you have a popular bar.
well, and I only have 16 taps. That's the other thing, dude. It's like it's kind of hard. You know,
Do
I
you
kind of
reach
like
out usually when you want to buy something?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I would just make that clear to
I
everyone.
order beer. I don't like
Exactly.
get. I don't
Yeah,
get.
but you have to also understand from the supplier side, that's not how that works. Where you're like, well, I just wait for him to call me.
See, that's the
You know,
weird
that's
thing.
not-
I buy beer. I don't.
get it.
I don't
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really allow beer to get sold to me.
Yeah.
But like, that's kind of an interesting position to be in. But again, dude, it comes down to like the 16 taps thing. And like, I have an idea for at least how like 6 to 8 of those lines will be.
Yes.
And so there's not a lot of wiggle room.
Or are you the kind of dude that you could walk in and say, hey, what does your lineup look like for the next week or whatever based on style? And somebody could say, hey, do you need a Pilsner for next week? Do you need a Pale for next week or something like that? Because I know bars that were like that. You know, they have their lines that are set for style. And then at that point, if you tell me what style gaps you have, then I can tell you whether or not, like, yeah, I can either hook you up with something or no, I don't got anything for you this week. Do you do it that way or no?
I mean, if all the salespeople are listening, only try to sell me your dope sour beer and your IPAs.
Mostly dark
And
sours
your
for Jan.
Saison and shit like that.
It's mostly ESBs and dark sours, please, for the next
I
2
did forget
weeks.
to mention how much I hate black IPA. Just
I just wanted to put that out there. Just wanted to be petty. Just throw it out.
But yeah, I mean, I've always tried to like be nice and courteous to people who come in to like.
Well, you
taste
say you don't want to
beer
be
and-
sold on beer, so rep comes in and you just want if they have samples, like is the approach to be like, hey man, I just wanted to drop these off for you, or be hey, can we set up a meeting where I can like talk to you about this shit?
Yeah, if I have time, I'll sit down with them right there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like for sure. And I have done that a lot, and go through the whole experience, respect the beer, and you know, unfortunately, maybe turn them down afterwards.
I've always
Because
thought of that as strange. Like, to me, when you buy a beer at a beer bar, it doesn't matter what you're selling or if it tastes good. It's a little bit about your reputation if that beer sells.
Yeah.
So, like, you could bring in something, oh my god, that's delicious. Who gives a shit if nobody orders it?
Right.
You buy beer that sells.
But when you run an esoteric-ish kind of bar, you're
Yeah, but
rolling the
you-
dice on certain
I
kegs,
guess.
right?
I mean, I've always thought it was a great selection, but maybe that's the brewer's mind.
There's got to be stuff on there that even you might even keep around pretty regularly that doesn't necessarily sell as well as the
No.
other stuff, right? Or no?
of those 16 lines, there's probably 4 to 8 of those beers that I want on there because they're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And
They're not
like, I don't
IPAs,
care.
right?
But regardless of the velocity, right?
Right.
You're not one of those douchebags that like when I walked in, you'd be like, yeah, everything's a keg a week. I'm like, that's a lie. There's nobody in here right now. Like I know, like I know
But
that.
I guess that's my question with the difference. Like, you'll hang on to beer. I'm asking about your business, but you're not going to hang on to like IPAs. If you're going to buy an IPA, you want it to be able to sell.
Yeah, if one's slower, then that's a
I mean,
problem.
if you
But
want
that's
something
also
slow, it's got to be dark
but
and
also-
big, or it's got to be something special and sour. And, yeah,
also if
right.
it's on that IPA line, it's incredibly unlikely that it wouldn't just sell, right? Because so many
general,
people
yeah.
pander to IPAs that it doesn't even matter what's on there. Which is actually one of the hard parts when
That's
brewers
an interesting point, yeah.
when brewers are coming out with shit, like they want you to push. They're like, yeah, man, we'll put it in the queue, but you got to know that everybody else before you walked in with 3 other IPAs,
Yeah.
because that line is just so crowded, you know. So you just can't move through.
I mean,
that
that's been the
much.
hard, like, in a way, I wish I could run a beer bar that had, like, the perfect, like, 32 taps or something.
Mostly ambers.
And
Amber.
all
alert.
amber
This is
ales, you know?
Getting
30 amber
momentum.
ales.
Yeah.
Lots
this
of
is
Yingling,
getting
too.
momentum.
Dark to light.
Yeah.
hot
Oh, we have like
yeah.
all the varieties of
Every
Yingling,
Yingling,
including
yeah.
Lord Chesterfield. We got to have a line for Lord Chesterfields. And nobody
There's
else here
food
knows.
coloring. Every beer can be slightly red.
Yes.
I've actually heard of a brewery, one that I used to work at, that used food coloring because they didn't use real fruit to make a beer look like they used real fruit.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Tivoli. I hope they go out of business. I know they are on the way, so.
Fair. Yeah, yeah.
Hotel
That's
just
good.
put out a beer, the Slim's Lake one that's like light blue and it's all natural. It's like all natural coloring, but it comes out light blue.
See, I just realized I wouldn't care if a brewery I really liked did it. And I'm a hypocrite.
now we're learning. Now we're like, well, they didn't put food coloring in it. It was like,
No, that's cool though.
That was the
I have
color.
heard about that too. Jagged
Yeah.
Mountain put out a blue beer that was like blue.
yeah. Yeah.
They did a collab, which
It's
is
like a Blue
awesome.
Blast Taco
Yeah.
Bell kind of thing.
Yeah. That
Pretty
was
sure, yeah.
Exactly it.
Yeah, shout out to Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does good work over there. Fan of the show.
Yeah.
So, what do you say?
I'm ready to talk some shit.
Yeah, let's talk some bullshit. We've talked enough beer industry stuff for long enough.
I
Let's
like
talk
these
about
guys.
because we like both of these places. We
Yeah.
like Finn's Manor. We like OMF.
That's why
Yeah.
Jan left.
Some people don't like you guys.
Some people really don't like you guys.
Sorry, just pulled this beanie over his eyes. Yeah, the
Is this
reason
the
we do
review
this for
section?
bad reviews,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
like a la
God. I
mean
just work here.
tweets kind of thing. And
I don't talk to customers at all.
yeah. But we've got some untapped reviews on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we can shit on you too. But the idea is that we love you guys and we like the businesses that you run. But it's just funny to have a little laugh at some of the bullshit that people put on the internet.
If you really hurt me, I'm gonna head.
This is like a dunk tank experience.
Yeah, get up on the kettle, bro.
Tight.
Just wait for the girl to pop out. This
Are
is-
you
they're
at
not enough
protein
room.
rest? 127. Okay, drop me.
Dropping now.
Is that hot tub temper?
Dummy, go. That's it. All right, Steve, what do you got?
All right. We'll start off with Finn's Manor. We'll do a Finn's Manor one.
God damn it.
We're on the bad review section.
Oh,
Yes,
we're-
sir.
This was then.
So this is from 7/8/19, pre-pandemic. Shinaba W says, 1 star. Awkward place. No air movement. Music was terrible. What is that music even?
What is somebody?
Only 2 food trucks. The one we had was nasty, the Thai truck. Who even goes here? Y'all need to see Denver. This is not the place to be. At all. Will not be back ever. I'd literally rather die.
Oh shit!
There's a lot there.
That was
There's a lot
sick.
there.
Scorched earth.
I never saw that fucking review.
Also, funny to consider that there will be no air movement in her coffin after she
No, yeah,
passes.
yeah.
After she passes away.
1
What a-
star, no air movement.
What a weird fucking comment to
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
No air movement? It's outdoors. Most of it is
It's outside.
Most of it is outside.
I also like she asked the question like to Yelp, like what was the music that was playing while I was there? What is that music even? What is it?
What is this? I don't know. Download Shazam? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Only 2 food trucks. I'm used to 1,000.
It's not that she was even upset about the music. She was just flustered that she couldn't figure out the song. It's Kanye. It's always Kanye. It's always Kanye. So can you speak to the air movement in your
Yeah, you're open air.
It sounds like the air movement is lacking.
Yeah, defend yourself, man.
What can you do about that?
Normally it blows from the northwest. So I don't know if that's like south. Is that a southeasterly?
That's
is that
a-
what it's called typically?
Worcesterly.
Worcesterly. Yeah. No, we don't have air movement. We have HVAC. When you're inside.
Well, that's
Yeah.
unsanitary.
It
you
sounds
know,
like it moves air.
our inside is about 600 square feet, and then it's about like 7,000 square feet outside. So if it's a hot day,
Yeah, no air movement.
it might be a little still and hot.
Sounds like she just needs to check the weather report before she goes to a bar. See if it's going to be a gusty day
She'd
out there.
literally rather die than check the weather.
She might be. She's dead, right?
I think at this
She
point,
died.
And then in her permanent hell, she dies and winds up at Finn's Manor.
Well, shit. Send me to hell.
there's a ton of air movement out there.
People suck.
Shit.
Yeah,
People suck.
they
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
But you guys have, I don't know, I didn't look at the rating per se. Just so you don't get too beat up
No, we
about
have a
all of
decent
this.
rating.
Yeah.
Overall rating across the platform.
Yeah, dude,
You know,
you're
it's like
4.4. Yeah, 4.4. You're a
4
4.4 on
something.
Google. Yeah, don't get too bent out of shape. This is
No.
just silly fun times. Oh, actually, a question that I actually wanted to ask you guys. What are your guys' favorite food truck in Denver?
Oh, so new.
Because you
hotness.
guys are the food truck
You guys
peeps.
have a new one. The Yucatan one. What is it called?
They're amazing.
It's so
What is it?
fire.
Like
Oh my
Mexican
god.
food?
Yeah.
But
Like-
like with like
Traditional
pineapple and
Mayan
shit?
like pit
They
like
do
barbecue
amazing Mayan
food.
food.
Oh, that's sick.
What is the name of it? It's so I had it at Cerebral for the first time, but they come to Finn's sometimes. I'm blowing it. I'll get it. It's okay.
That's fine. I mean,
yeah,
I know Schwing is a popular one in Denver, but I had some Parmesan fries from them the other day. They were
nice.
fucking dope. I mean, you're a
Sick.
Buffalo dude. Their wings,
top
well, you're
by
not Buffalo,
Yucatebo.
but like, you know
That's their
Buffalo
name.
stuff. Their wings were actually pretty tiny.
Tight.
Yeah.
Denver is lacking quality crispy wings.
Yeah, everybody always
For
says
sure.
fire on the mountain, and they always add on to it with, yeah, but the sauces are good. I'm like, it's not a sauce restaurant.
No,
it's
no.
a wing place.
Yeah.
It's
The wings
so
should be.
average. My girlfriend loves that place, and I don't.
I don't get it.
But it's wings.
The
I
wings
like
are-
wings.
the wings
I
are-
like it. They also support craft beer, so I ain't gonna talk shit on it.
Well, that's fine. We will.
They-
They have tiny ass wings. There's
They're
not.
tiny.
They don't.
I
Cook,
always
I don't
want
think
the
they cook them
tenders, and I
properly.
dip.
Wait, who is this?
This fire on the mountain.
Do you guys have the tots there? Tots are fire.
I don't recall, but I
Tots are
do love a
fire.
tot.
I'm
do
not
love a
hating
tot.
on them at all. I just think
No, the wings are
personally,
tiny.
I have an issue differentiating
Say the
very
name
good
on
wings
the-
from average wings.
Do you know how to say it?
I don't. I'm an expert on wings.
Okay, so I've
Fried
none of
chicken
that.
is my favorite food.
Hell yeah.
Wings specifically rank pretty highly. Fire on the Mountain is not the best wings in Denver.
No.
However, they're still really good. I would take them second or third overall for sure.
Okay.
Okay, where are you going? Best wing in Buffalo. I'm sorry, best wing in Denver. Then.
The best wing in Denver is catty corner from Dry Dock South called the Wing Hut.
Okay.
Oh
And they
yeah,
have-
hell yeah.
they
Aurora's
have-
got tight. That part of Aurora's got good fried chicken and
you
good
start
chicken
getting into
wings.
like Korean wings and stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
like
yeah.
in terms of like wing restaurants.
Our buddies over at Wide Right do good wings as well.
They do good wings as
Yeah, they do
well.
good wings. For me, it can't just have the soft. You can't just have a soft wing. It's got to have
No,
that
hell
slightly
no.
crunchy
Oh
outside,
my
but
God.
it's still
Yeah.
soft on the
Agreed.
inside. Because if you ask some places for like well done wings or whatever,
Yeah.
they just scorch it, and then there's no juiciness on the inside at all.
I think
But if
how
it's just
cooked.
straight
Some
squish,
people oven cooking them and some people are frying.
yeah.
But
And
also-
I want the fried version.
Also, the sauce is important. I've become a dry rub guy in the last couple of years.
I'm a huge.
He
I
mostly
fry
makes me
dry
do
rub
it.
with
It's
sauce.
kind of uncomfortable.
Tight.
Have you ever seen Stephen Louisiana rub?
It might date me a little bit, but in my opinion, the best fucking wing in the city pairs perfectly with their House Annapurna Amber Ale over at the Vine Street Pub.
Vine
Just
Street?
saying.
Okay,
They're
I've
good
never
wings.
had
If
it.
you like a
Vine
breaded
Street
wing,
Pub.
Fucking
the
bomb
best
wings,
breaded
dude.
wing.
I've only had their
Yeah,
burger,
yeah.
but I like their bread.
No, their
Oh,
wings
man.
are
Okay.
fire.
The wings.
Never had it.
They are really great.
Do you want to give a shout out to the Yucatan joint
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
have? Because that sounds dope. I would love to
It's
have
Tabi
some.
Yucateco.
Tabi Yucatango.
I
Insane.
tried my best.
Insane
Tanky Tanky,
food.
yeah. I
They're
think that's
fucking
yeah.
amazing. Mayan food truck. I know they park over at Comrade sometimes. They are the bomb.
Hell yeah. Definitely want to have some of that. All right, so this one is an Untapped review from Eric with a C and a K. What a loser. And it's for one Sunday morning. Smoked
Oh,
beer.
tight.
Okay. Is this the one that I was talking about? Or I know you guys do a bunch of different
I think
smoked beers.
Some
No,
people
this is
may not
called
like
a
this
Gridz. So one Sunday morning is a Gridzicki, which is the only. I'm Polish. It's the only Polish beer style.
You dingus.
Yep. It's 100% oak smoked wheat and 3.5%.
Tight.
Yeah.
It's very
They don't really do a
smoky and
dingus day
little
here, do
hoppy.
they?
No dingus stay here, and that's like really Buffalo and Chicago.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Dingus Day was like a
that?
big deal.
What is Dingus Day?
It's a big Polak celebration.
It's basically the St. Patty's version.
Yeah, for Polish people.
There's a reason I don't know.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I mean, it was only really a big deal when I was in Buffalo, but we used to
Yeah.
get the day off
Oh, it's
from
crazy.
work. Yeah,
it's
it's
crazy.
pretty
There's
wild.
like big water fights and stuff. Like people like
So
go
good.
nuts. Yeah.
I need more Polacks in my life. So one Sunday morning, 2.25 on Untapped. Bit too much of a hot dog water scent.
Ooh, hot
Which
dog water.
I don't know. I mean, some people, myself included, love a boiled hot dog. Love them.
We're all right
I like
with
a waterlogged column of meat.
I don't think I get
We
excited
love
about
hot dogs at OMF. We used to do Hot Dog Monday. So like.
And that's what you guys used for the boil.
We do boil with hot dogs. often.
With the hot dog
I'm
water.
trying to
Yeah.
make some spaghetti noodles.
A lot of people use
We'll
ginseng,
do a little spaghetti
calcium
and some cheese
chloride,
sauce.
hot dogs. That's
Yeah,
the
you
real
guys should
answer.
just call this the chocolate starfish
Yeah.
in the hot dog flavored water next time.
I was gonna go with double dry dog amber. Double dry dog amber.
Double dog dare you.
Hot dog water.
You can't triple dog. You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
He still gave it a 2.2.
I know what.
So he kind of likes hot dogs.
2.25. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
arbitrary
yeah, yeah.
number.
Well, he
What
did.
the hell?
He did say bit too much of a hot dog. So there is an appropriate amount of hot dog
We
water.
just didn't nail that level for him.
Yeah.
we
Next
did
time,
not.
next
We
time.
did not.
He,
Yeah,
actually,
maybe-
he actually has hot dog water on a fucking timer next to his bed when he wakes up in the morning. Like, I like this. I like the smell of hot dog water in the morning.
Yeah.
When I wake up.
And he burned his foot.
Clearly.
And you make a whole episode.
But
of
we
that.
did not get to that level of appropriate hot dog level.
That's too
Hot
much.
dog water.
Some people like a little must, a little barnyard. I like a little Coney Island.
maybe-
I like
Yeah, little sabrets.
Next time, try bun length. Bun length hot dogs will get you that little extra bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Get you going. I got one here for OMF. This time.
Okay, let's
This
see, let's
last
hear
one's
it.
at Finn's Manor. This
Yeah.
one is from 6 months ago. And again, anybody leaving a negative review during the pandemic really needs you to understand what they're saying. This is from Eddie B. 6 months ago. One
Eddie.
star.
Eddie.
The guy at the front host wearing a yellow shirt was the rudest service person I've ever met in my entire life. I love Denver, but interacting with him was so offsetting. Get him out. Actually, comedy how rude he was.
She likes comedy. She likes comedy.
Actually, comedy.
That's
Yeah.
good. We like that.
So it's like, come to
When
come
was
to
he
Thanks,
here?
that was
That was
helpful.
me just walking away, and it was like 9 in the morning.
It sounds
Yeah.
like they didn't get the fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, comedy.
I know it's
It's the
comedy,
sequel
it's
to
not
Love
funny.
Actually is comedy actually.
But it's also funny that, like, what is it? It seems as though if you don't hit somebody's frequency of politeness, all of a sudden everything is
I
disrespectful.
think it's difficult in the pandemic to hit everyone's frequency of politeness, and it's hard to be a fucking bartender in the pandemic. So
And a bouncer too, especially
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah,
managing
you
all these
bet.
wild raccoons running
Yeah.
around a goddamn bar. And
it's insane.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
trying to make sure that you
On
guys.
the daily, like the stories I heard from people that work here.
Oh, it's a
like
nightmare.
any bad review, I'm taking from a glance because who are you? You're the guy that writes bad reviews, which is one thing, and when and how and where is just like bitching in the middle of the pandemic that a bartender's rude. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
We've never stopped getting tourists through the entire pandemic.
That was
This neighborhood
Through the
especially.
entire
This
pandemic.
neighborhood especially.
Never
it's a
not
catch
had
22,
tourists,
man,
which is
because it helps
insane.
people survive, yet
Yeah.
you don't want them here.
But
Yeah.
they
It's
came all the
like
way.
that.
They came here to have a good
I
time
haven't
and
gone
have
anywhere.
fun, and then they still
No,
find a way to
yeah,
shit
yeah,
on
yeah.
a business
Yeah.
during a pandemic. It's
rough.
like, wow, the entitlement is prevalent and warranted by the
Yeah.
sounds of it. So,
Yeah.
this one's for Finn's Manor. We've got Jessica Rubio. Do you know this one?
Jessica.
Yeah. She was over for dinner the other
No,
night.
it's a JYSSIKA.
Oh, I believe that's pronounced Jessica.
Yes, you're right. Chicharrone. And this one's from 2 years ago. So they came back.
2 years.
Okay.
They came back, I think, if you said they were there for dinner the other night. They didn't leave a response, but it's a 1-star review. And then somebody, which I'd like to think is you, wrote, "We hope your 1 star made you feel a temporary sense of accomplishment in meeting with a prayer sign."
Was that
Yes. Mad respect for that. Oh shit.
That
was it you?
That was not me. That was my old business partner. But
But
fuck
res-
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good response. That's a good
Goo-boo?
response.
That's
Is that a
fucking
goo-boo?
amazing. That God bless. Fuck
God
yeah.
bless.
Now,
God
would you
bless.
guys prefer that they have you get a 1 star with a comment, or
Yeah, it's
without
gotta
one?
have a comment. So if personally, as a human, if I go somewhere and I'm gonna actively get on my phone, go to whatever website and do 1 star, I don't know. I like to think of like always improve in life.
Yeah.
I'm not that person that's constantly angry, so it's hard to relate to them. But I would always be like, hey, this is why I left 1 star.
Yeah.
Change my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the idea
Um,
that you would just go on an app and just click 1
One
star.
star.
It's like,
and
wait,
then
did you
leave.
Did
Yeah.
you did you
Your
think
life
that
probably
one was
sucks.
the best one?
Yeah.
Is that what you?
This
did
could
you-
be an inverse.
Did you think that one was like first place?
You were our
First
favorite.
star.
You were our number 1 place we
You
went
were our
to.
best
that
star place that we went that day.
That has happened. I'm just saying in the universe, right?
day. But I don't think that's how people usually
No.
treat stars, right?
It's all
I've never
right to
looked
leave
up at
1
the
star.
sky and was just like, man, that's a beautiful 1 star.
Also,
Yeah, I wish there was one.
it's kind of, if you had the worst service, it's kind of the most hateful thing you can do, because I didn't really want to fix this. Right? I'm just fucking up your score.
Yeah.
I just want to throw
so
shit at
fuck
it.
you, yeah.
There is one in here.
No comment.
Yeah, yeah,
1
yeah.
star.
Yeah.
There's one that I read and then I won't go to. Well, actually, I might. We'll get there. I have another one for Finn's Manor.
Yes.
1
Those are
star
mostly Finn's
from 8/2018. Dylan P says, "Well, I used to think this bar was great. It's got a good vibe to it, live music on Fridays, and it's a good location. Until I went there this past Friday, ordered around 5 old-fashioned for myself and 4 friends, $50 total. And
Red
a
flag.
credit card tip. Checked my bank statement today, and the tip amount I left was altered by one of the bartenders and increased by $4.
Oh, wow.
Is $4 the end of the world? No. Do I want to continue spending my money in a bar that employs people with low integrity like that? No. I'd happily head over to Ratio Odell's, OMF, or the other 10 bars."
Hey, OMF, nice shout out, nice plug.
Yeah, we'll,
So,
we'll
yeah.
take them.
Plug.
Nice shout out.
I mean, this is what happens when you just hire DJs, bro.
There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, I'm getting drunk and you're like, I remember.
They need money for a new turntable.
$4. Yeah, totally. $4. If $4 is like,
You made that long of a review?
Yeah.
Imagine the salt went missing. Like, who
Yeah.
knows?
absolutely.
I wonder
You know
how
what
much.
I mean?
I wonder how
Like,
much their tab
everything
was.
is going to be a paragraph.
Do they do the open pour? Or do they do the closed pour?
We
Was it a
ordered
9
bread
or
and
10?
water, and they charged us $4. I'm outraged. This is too much.
Can't believe it.
Shit. I got one more OMF review, and then I'm out. So, this one's from Jen. It's an Untapped review. It's for
Is that
barrel.
from Jan?
Jen.
Oh, okay. I was like hating on the own company.
Yeah, he just gives himself bad reviews on here. Like, I'm so
I didn't
ashamed
like it.
of
He was
this. He did it while he was looking in the
I'm
mirror.
going to be honest with everybody. Not our best showing.
There is a
Yeah.
selfie attached to this
Yeah.
one. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Barrel-aged winter warmer. 1 star on Untapped. Tastes like a decent stout with a sweet tart and half a pixie stick mixed in. 1 star. My problem is that doesn't sound terrible.
No.
Where's that from?
When? That's 2017.
Oh, great. It didn't work here.
It's a long.
And then we brewed that beer probably in 2014 or 15. We probably released that beer 2014 or 15.
But I did like the discretion of half a pixie stick.
Yeah, but
Half.
you said
They
I
didn't
never
go
tried
full-
it.
I mean, moderation. You know, like a little sprinkle of flavor there.
That's
One
sugar.
sweet tart,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one sweet tart for a little sour,
like the
and then the
stout
rest
was
of a half a
sweet.
pixie stick for some sweet.
And you get 1 star.
I mean, I think they sat on a beer for 2 years, and then maybe
Oh, okay.
it wasn't great in 2
Oh,
years.
you mean all these
Nobody
reviews
should
might
have
be a
eaten.
you
location
problem?
tagging,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
that seems like
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of it.
You let it sit out warm. I don't know. But,
Who knows?
Yeah.
But maybe you should. That doesn't sound half bad. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't think
like a
Tommy.
whole
I don't think
pixie
Tommy
stick.
would like it.
Give me the whole
I think-
pixie stick.
Just one half of a
Is there
pixie
coconut
stick,
in
right?
it?
And
Yes,
one sweet
has
tart.
to be.
Good.
Lots
You
of
can barely
coconut.
taste that.
Just
And,
give me the full pixie
mixed
stick.
in liquid.
Yeah, well,
I
they
wish we
saved
had a
half-
pixie stick and a sweet tart to make this happen.
Well, they saved
Next
half the
time.
pixie
Yeah.
stick so they could snort it. That's a pro move. That's
Cut
what you
off
do.
both
Yeah.
ends and save the straw part.
They're real junkies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love me some
Yeah, what are
winter
they doing
warmers.
with pixie? Okay, yeah. No, no.
All right, I'm gonna do 2 more for OMF, and then I have
All right.
one more for Finn's Manor after that. This one's real quick. This is 4 weeks ago, so fresh.
Oh,
wind.
jeez, yeah.
Eric Craig, 4 weeks ago, 2 stars. This brewery has even stricter laws than the government, and it prevented my friends from sitting and enjoying the beer there. So, you
Yeah,
know,
sorry,
Yeah.
bud.
Sorry for trying to be safe.
Yeah, we're trying to not make you die or
What
your
a
family members
wild
die.
One, like, low review. Like, oh, they were safe.
2.5, you
Yeah.
know, like, sorry. Yeah, we don't split groups of, like, you know, more than we can seat, which was 6 probably at the time. We're up to, like, 8, I think, now, or 10 even.
Yeah.
And so,
Just
yeah, sorry, but,
people gotta understand that, like, you have to. If you don't follow the COVID rules, you could lose your liquor license. Like,
and,
Also,
you know, like,
what
we don't
point
want
do you
our
write a
employees to
review?
die. So,
Also,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm, like, we're sorry, but, you know, this is the way we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems wild to write a review about that.
I think
I want to look
well,
up that guy's other reviews.
part of
Is
the
it just
thing about
angry to
this-
be in Denver?
A lot of these reviews are bullshit, no matter what. It seems weird to
I
write
hope
a lot of
it's
this.
sort of funny to me, like, but
Yeah.
he's having a hard time.
Yeah. So that's that one. Here's,
Yeah, what do you got?
Here's the last one I'm going to read for our mutual friend today. This is from March 20, so just about the time we had you on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Vincent C. says 3 stars. I came here because I heard that they had great beer. It's a small location, but that wasn't a problem because it wasn't very busy. So I took an Uber here, and the outside was pretty cool looking with a small patio. So I sat at the bar with the female bartender, and she asked me for my ID. I was thinking, huh? My ID? Okay, fine. I was just tired of showing my ID at every brewery. I think Denver might have had some issues with underage drinking. Anyway, I got a few full tasters, and I really wasn't impressed with the beer. I'm not saying it wasn't good, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah, me neither.
Then the female bartender
Fuck you,
really
Corey.
didn't say much to me.
Give me another Keller Pills.
Then the female bartender didn't really say much to me. I didn't need her to ask me my life story, but at least how's your day going? Anyway, for me, this spot was just okay. Would I give them another try? Yeah, most likely.
Oh, I can imagine.
Wait,
this
how many
got-
stars? How many
Three.
stars?
3
Yeah,
stars.
okay, yeah. Awesome 3-star review. We'll take that all day.
I can imagine
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He's older.
I love it.
He's been to over 100 breweries where he
Yeah.
tells his whole life story, which is why
Or
he brought
maybe
that
he's
up.
not. Like,
Have
he's
you heard of
still
the history of IPAs?
legally checking somebody's ID is just covering
No,
your
so
ass.
he is
Like,
yeah.
Cape of Good Horn.
Which we do check everybody's ID. Like,
In
you
Colorado.
should.
yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
is that crazy? If I go to another state and I'm under 21, can I just fucking drink everywhere? I'm confused about this.
Well,
Can
I don't know
say
about
that?
you,
If this was
Corey.
a real America, you
Yeah.
could. Yeah.
I'll go back
So
home to
many
upstate
people
New
say,
York
like,
and
why are
never
you
get
checking
ID.
my ID?
Oh, you never
Never,
got ID?
never. But I look old as fuck.
No, they
I look
don't-
like I'm about to die.
Yeah,
Not
they.
21, but not.
Actually-
You'll see me right after the job.
Actually, I do remember
Yeah.
that when I first moved here. I remember
Yeah.
everybody IDs.
Well, what
And we
happens
get
then?
stung a
Yeah,
lot.
because
honestly.
you get fucked.
No,
Yes.
no, I
As
get
a
it.
business,
Especially
yeah.
get
You
stung
don't.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Because like they
And
send
tricky
people
stung
out.
too. Like,
It's not an
they try
underage
to help us.
problem. It's a cop
Yeah.
problem.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
look
yeah.
for people
Oh, wow,
not
you're
looking
saying
for
cops have
underage
problems?
people.
They're literally sending people out to like troll businesses
Yeah,
to
they
catch
come
them
to this
fucking up.
neighborhood-
Which
Yeah,
is
Don't
like
you have enough weed money, Colorado, to
Yeah.
stop the stings?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
They're
So
like,
what's up with Buffalo? If I'm a 19-year-old, could I go to your bar
Yeah.
and drink beer?
You could probably get away with it at a lot of places.
Like 2 out of 10 bars.
Can we
But
get,
here-
can we get the name of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
bar?
yeah.
That's
But
low.
here, though,
Yeah, but then you
What's
just
the
go to
name
the
of that
next
bar?
one and
You
try.
could probably get away with that in 2 out of 10 in Colorado.
I don't think so.
they'll let the cops here come in with
Well,
like
no,
an
not-
ID that expired less than 24 hours ago and be like, gotcha.
Yeah,
They're
for sure.
fucking-
Yeah, or
They're
they're
hardcore.
drinks, but you didn't
Yeah.
show 2 IDs. That's
Yeah,
the big
yeah.
thing.
They're-
Somebody at the bar the other day tried to use a birth certificate, and then they said they didn't have it. But they're like, but if I go get it, does that count? Well, it's fucking no, dude. Especially because it's written in
Does it
crayon.
have a
Like, I
photo
don't want.
on it? Yeah.
We pulled a fake ID like a month ago. Our bartenders.
seen
we
a
were
few of
here.
them,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you guys have it on? Like, do you guys have
It's
it?
pinned up.
Yeah. Shame.
Jersey, new fucking Jersey.
Did you
Goddamn
guys?
Jersey.
Whose fake IDs did you guys use when you were?
Never. I tried one. This guy, he was a friend of a friend. He worked at McDonald's. I went into the liquor store. He wasn't me. They took the ID. I ran away. Then I went to that McDonald's. He's like, I heard you had my ID. And it was the most awkward. I was like, yeah, now give me my cheeseburger.
For a
kind of
second, I thought you were
conversation.
saying
Yeah.
you tried to use a fake ID at a McDonald's. I'm like, I don't know if you need that here.
Dude, but like in Illinois, we used to go to this town, Peoria, and I had this like, he's 6'2", he's bald, and I went to like a club once. I looked like I was
Did you have
13.
as much of a lion's mane on you as you did? As
No.
Yeah?
I was like very, very young looking.
No, I remember I had for a little while. I was using the my fake ID was my friend who was like a tall Italian truck driver. So it was like a CDL license, and he was like at least 6'2", and I am not like at all, and he's very olive skin, and it worked because I was using that at the time. I was living in Missouri, and New York IDs are crazy looking, and they always kind of have been.
Yeah.
So most people just were so confused
Oh,
by
it-
the ID itself that they barely looked at the picture.
Yeah, you could bend them, and also you could chalk them. Do you remember
Yeah.
that thing? You could turn like.
And they're kind of like fuzzy. if
Yeah,
you
they were
fold them the
real
right way.
fucking weird.
It's weird, man.
I never had a fake ID. Maybe we would go hang out at a bar or two that was like, didn't give a shit. You know, like it was just like whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're never gonna get busted. You know, like
Yeah.
they'll serve you some beers, but mostly my best friend was making like fake IDs for a couple of our friends who looked older in high school. They just buy beer for parties and stuff. And he was using the name Luke Johnson, which we always thought was fucking hilarious.
It sounds pretty average.
Luke
though. I like
Johnson.
That is
and he would make like
porn-tastic.
Connecticut ones, which were garbage.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
sex
you could- you-
novel-esque.
Yeah. Luke Johnson, legendary. Yeah.
Did you
Legendary
people
Luke
that
Yeah,
also
ordered
is
yeah.
a
them- people that ordered them from China and they would scan, like if you went to a 7-Eleven or something, like it worked.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they would pay like $500 for this fucking thing, but
Yeah, that's too much.
Tommy, any thoughts?
I grew up Mormon, so
I also
this
grew up Mormon.
whole
Sorry.
fucking thing was a goddamn sin until I went to college, and I just like held out smoking weed until I could actually drink legally. I mean, I would like drink.
Did you show your drug dealer your ID? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Absolutely
Hey, bud.
not.
Listen, buddy, I have standards.
I never had a fake. I
Sorry,
never
this
had a fake
is
ID. And,
expired
like,
by 24 hours.
I never had
You
a
are
fake
getting a
ID,
ticket.
but like, it was always a weird thing where I would have to like. I was gonna wait till I was 21.
Yeah.
To,
Oh.
to
You're gonna
actually
wait
like
till
try
marriage.
and buy
Yeah.
beer. You
Wow,
know what I
that
mean?
is
Or
very
buy
moral of you,
alcohol.
yeah.
Well,
I'm
people-
gonna wait till
people-
marriage. I'm gonna wait till 21.
People buy
When I was,
alcohol
like,
for
14,
me.
I'd started smoking
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you
cigarettes
want to fuck
and drinking.
me? No, before marriage.
Wait until you're 21.
Let's put a ring on that finger.
Totally.
I've got one more review here. This one's for Finn's Manor. I saved this one for this moment. Specifically,
Specifically, like the ocean.
Pacifically, Atlantically. Okay.
Are we recording?
I think so.
We haven't
Okay,
been
good.
recording this whole time.
Oh, good.
It's mostly us just
Thank God.
It'd be
talking
weird
from
if we started now.
And welcome to the Rotating Tile Comedy Podcast.
This is a review for Finn's Manor from March 23rd, 2018. Festus B says,
Festus B. Hold on, stop. What's
That's a
that?
wook. That's a wook name. That's a wook name.
Is there a picture?
Yeah.
Festus B. There's a picture. It's a cartoon.
Okay.
2 stars. The inside bar area is pretty neat, except for the drunk 22-year-old white girl spilling vodka all over your new speaker.
Which is
Sneakers.
part of the aesthetic. They have her there all the time.
One of them rubbed against me, trying to get in front of me in line, and felt my concealed handgun tucked in my belt. I took it off. The look on her face made me worry. Cool idea for a restaurant and bar, just the people here suck, I guess. Typical Denver, just too many white people.
What the fuck?
2 stars.
Sounds like that guy.
What?
That's
sounds
so
like
crazy.
That is the fact that he said at the end, I don't know.
Wait.
Also-
Wait. So our person of color carrying a gun
You know, we don't know. We
in
don't
my
know.
establishment,
Maybe.
right? I don't
Sounds
know.
like it.
I don't know.
It sounds possible.
Or
White
It
people
could be a
also hate white
cartoon.
people, yeah.
white
Cartoon
people also hate
character.
white people.
Could be a cartoon character of color. We don't know.
So Yosemite Sam walks into a bar.
Yeah. Nailed it.
That was
That's
odd.
so crazy.
And also,
Also, definitely illegal to
That's a
conceal
safe-
carry into a bar in Colorado.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
yeah.
remember what
You
happened.
cannot.
Mile
Yeah,
High-
exactly.
Mile High Spirits.
Fuck them and fuck
According
all
to
that
him,
shit. That's why
somebody
we have
rubbed
ocean
up against-
inspections.
This
Yeah.
is he's like bragging. Nobody felt his concealed
Can
carry.
I? Can I?
Show it to somebody.
It's just got a fucking rock hard dick.
That mother, no, that, I was gonna say that motherfucker's trying to compensate. First of all, what platform is that review
This
on?
is Yelp.
Thank God. Yes, of course it's Yelp.
Yeah, of course it's Yelp.
she felt my gun, and also thank God we have good guys with guns.
That's
out there
so
to
sick.
help us. You know,
That's
Cheers.
crazy.
Yeah.
Thank God. She spilled her vodka drink on that new speaker.
It was sneakers. It was
Sneakers. Yeah,
sneakers.
that was I spoke.
So I needed to take her out.
Sneakers. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misheard that.
What happened? This guy walked into a bar. He pushed his gun against a woman and made her spill a drink, and then he left.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
So conversally, there's another
'Cause she
review
was
that
like,
Sally
says.
pulled out his gun and she dropped her drink and it splashed. on
Conversely,
her
there's
shoes.
another review that says, "Guy with a gun was dry humping me at Finn's Manor."
Made me spill
5
my
stars.
drink. And then
Yeah.
Not enough white guys. 4 stars.
Until I saw what he was shooting. 2 stars. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it hurts.
we like guns are fun,
God.
and we like.
yeah.
And OMF makes amazing beers. Finn's Manor is a super dope bar. Is there anything else you guys want to plug before we get out of here? Any new beers? Any events?
Oh, yeah.
Anything like that?
Yeah, we've got we're actually bringing back Larimer Street Lager next week, but as a proper Hellas lager. So
Proper.
that's gonna be canned next week, and yeah,
We just brewed a rad hoppy pills together today.
yeah,
We'll figure out what it's going to be called.
that'll be out in June.
Just about 6 weeks ago, I brewed second batch of corn lager with beer stat, and that's going to come out the first week of May, kind of like a Cinco de Mayo drop.
I love
Last year, it got rated as like top 5 beer by a couple people, so really excited about that.
Great.
Couple people.
2 or 3.
Lager, lager, lager.
Significance, but
Ironically,
Listen,
Festus B was one of them.
I chugged a double dang in like 1 second.
We should name our collab Festus B.
Festus
That
B
would be so
You shoot cans of it with a gun from like off a fence.
Real quick, were you here? Do you remember what happened at the Mile High Wine and Spirits?
Oh, dude,
I don't
horrible.
think so.
So it might have been. It's probably a little over maybe 3 years ago now. There was like an undercover FBI agent, and he was fucking
dropped his gun.
wasted, dancing
Yeah.
on the fucking dance floor, and he did a backflip.
Yep.
And when he did, his gun fell out of his pants and fucking fired and shot someone.
When it hit the
No,
ground.
Yes,
really?
absolutely.
And so this is
Yeah.
a big thing within the beer industry too. Like most people know about this. It enacted an OSHA inspection of every alcohol producer in Colorado, which would never happen of any other case.
All because of
I
that.
can't
All
wear
because of
shorts
that
anymore.
guy.
Wow.
Can't wear
Yeah.
shorts anymore because of
Can't wear
this
shorts
asshole.
anymore.
And so
I
like
mean, safety, but yeah.
every brewer and distiller in the whole state is on tiptoes because of this guy. He
Can't
did a
dance.
backflip, and his gun flew out of his fucking pants and fired when it hit the ground.
I remember
All because
hey,
of that guy. It would
sometimes a
none of
dance-
this would never happen.
Sometimes a
Yeah.
dance move can go awry. I was at a wedding one time.
I
and
probably
tried
shouldn't
to-
even talk about this.
I
'cause
tried
they're
to
gonna
shoot
come.
somebody?
I tried to do a handstand on the dance floor and I kicked some girl in the face and
Oh shit.
At
yeah,
least you didn't shoot her.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So it's never as bad as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want, go to rotatingtapcomedy.com, go to all of our social media pages, like, review, and subscribe on
Live
all the
shows,
platforms.
baby.
Yeah, we got a bunch of live shows back now, which is really exciting. And I think we probably got like 6 or 7 every month now, right? At this point,
9.
Nine?
Up to 9 a month.
we're up to 9.
Yeah.
And then we have more coming online, so stay tuned for that. I mean, all you guys, actually, we would love to get you out to a show, come have a laugh.
Oh, I
all
can't
that
wait.
stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you guys so much. Oh,
Thank you guys. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys. Cheers.
Real quick before we go, we're real excited. We're going to be recording our first ever live studio audience podcast here in a couple weeks. on
Baby.
April 29th.
Where's that?
It is at the Southwest Chief Comedy and also Bicycle Festival in Trinidad, Colorado.
Indeed.
And we're going to be getting drunk on a Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock in a funeral home.
Yes.
Hey.
If you're in Trinidad, come check that out. We'll be talking about beer. We don't know who the guest. It might be Paradox Brewing. It might be some hilarious comics, but it'll be worth coming to.
Yeah, the plan is to do like a chug and a burp contest
Yeah,
on
show
that
us,
show.
show us what you got.
So come hang and compete, just like these guys. We're all very still proud of what you guys did here today.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Check out Finn's Manor. Check out our mutual friend Brewing down on Larimer Street in Denver.
Bye.
Peace.